BD. Welcome to Big Dog Sports. Yo, call it Big Dog Sports, a little show that I run, where we talk a lot of sports and we show a lot of love. So support by hitting like, share the video, subscribe and hit that cash app, baby, send a little dough. So if you want to know about the latest games, the winners and the losers, the teams that ain't the same, we gon' talk about the trades, the contracts, the price, the playoffs, the scandals, the crime and the lies. I'm your host, BD, and this is my show, where sports and politics collide, baby, anything goes. We talking NBA, WNBA, NFL, NCAA, UFC, MLB, WWE, a little boxing too. If that's your thing, I got the best show in the land, baby, no need to search. So welcome to the show, y'all. This is Big Dog Sports.
Happy Sunday, y'all. Again, this Big Dog Sports, where sports and politics collide. I'm your boy BD, and we had a very interesting weekend. It was a lot of combat fighting this weekend. We had boxing, we had UFC. We could get into all that. The Stevenson fight, the Zayas fight, the Volka UFC fight. We could get into all that today. But again, how y'all doing? Latino, I see you, bro. But yeah, we could get into all that today. Let's first get into the Stevenson stuff, because the Stevenson fight was real interesting. And it was definitely a dominant performance. As you can see from the picture, Teofimo never really had a chance in this fight. And yeah, that was during the undercard. Latino dude got his wig knocked off. That was the Miller fight during the Stevenson undercard. Miller, the heavyweight. Yeah, he had a toupee or something on his head, and he caught an uppercut, and that shit flew right off. Definitely not Sports Center top 10 stuff. Yeah, that was crazy work, watching his toupee get knocked off. But yeah, if you look at Teofimo's face in this picture, man, that tells you all you need to know of how that fight went. Stevenson was dominant. I only really gave Teofimo 2 rounds, round 8 and round 8 and round 9. But and I guess those are the 2 rounds, Stevenson decided to, take a little breather. But for the most part, he dominated Teofimo. Teofimo never got to figure out Stevenson's defensive plan. He was coming in, trying to hit him, and he was getting picked apart. They had another fight too, the Zayas fight, which was a much more interesting fight than the Stevenson fight. This was actually a competitive fight that turned into a split decision. Yeah, this fight was a split decision. Zayas just barely won. Barely. And for all y'all up in the chat in the vertical, good afternoon to all y'all. This Big Dog Sports, man, where sports and politics collide. Like, share, subscribe. The Cash App on the bottom of the screen if you want to support the channel. And we in the building today. It's Sunday, Super Bowl next week. We could get into that too. But yeah, it was a huge week in combat sports. If y'all want to talk about Royal Rumble, that was yesterday too. We could talk about that too. Roman Reigns won for the men. Liv Morgan won for the women. For anybody who's into wrestling like that, the Royal Rumble was yesterday. And those were the 2 big winners. And AJ Styles got retired. So that's, basically what happened during the Royal Rumble. And we had 2 really good fights. The Stevenson fight, the Zayas fight. You had the Volka fight in the UFC. He dominated Lopes, basically. We could get into that too, if y'all want. But yeah, but for real, it's more of a freestyle Sunday for me, man. Like we could talk about the fights, the UFC, the upcoming Super Bowl and all that. But we could also get into some politics too, because you had a huge story that affects the New York Giants. Steve Tisch, the co-owner of the New York Giants, mentioned in the Epstein files not once, not twice, but 440 times. Just let that sink in for a second. You have a man who co-owns one of the biggest franchises in all of sports, the New York Giants, being mentioned in the Epstein files 440 times. That's insane work. But yeah, we could get into all that, man. I see it's 17 of y'all watching. Like, share, subscribe, hit the cash app at the bottom of the screen, support the channel. You know, um, for all y'all in my vertical stream, you know, hit the comments up, tell me what you think. We here for it today. It's Sunday. I got about 2 hours, so we could get into it. Whatever y'all want to talk about. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. And whoever want to come up is welcome to come up and voice their views or opinions or whatever the case may be. Ryan, I see you, brother. What's going on with you? I know you're not a big sports fan, so I appreciate you coming through. The Cowboys suck, though. I just thought I'd put that out there. Hello to you, and hello to you, too. Yeah, for everybody that's in the chat, whether it's the stream yard or the vertical, this Big Dog Sports, man, where sports and politics collide. The link is at the top of the chat. For anybody who want to come up and join the conversation, we had a lot of fights yesterday. The Stevenson fight, the Zayas fight, the Volker fight in UFC. We could talk about all that. We could talk about the upcoming Super Bowl, which is next week. I still think Seattle's going to win the game. I got Seattle 27-17. That's my prediction, but that's just my prediction. And we in the building. We definitely in the building. And make sure for everybody in the chat, man, y'all subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe to the channel. Scott.
Man, hit that like button, man. Get the likes up, share the video, and subscribe, man. Let's get this shit up to 500 for you to get monetized, man. Let's go.
Right, that's what I'm talking about. 500 sound good to me. Young Riaz,
You know when you get monetized, you're gonna have to switch the wordplay up now. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know. I can't be cursing and doing all that wild
But
stuff.
see, I don't think it's the yeah. But sorry ass fights last night. Trash.
Nah, the Desires fight wasn't
Davis.
trash.
I
Desires
didn't
fight
catch that
wasn't
one.
trash.
I caught the Davis.
That was actually
the
a
Keisha.
really good fight. Now the Stevenson fight, it was pretty much one sided. Stevenson dominated Tefimo basically. I only gave Tefimo 2 rounds.
What's the other one? Davis and Ortiz. What's the name? What's his name? It's not Keyshawn Davis. It is Keyshawn Davis.
Yeah,
Keyshawn
Davis.
Yeah, I thought
Davis
I didn't
won.
want to.
And the other Shoo dude won too. Shoo.
He was having a little trouble. Yeah, he was having a little trouble though.
Yeah, but he knocked dude out at the end of the day. So he looked pretty good. Shoo.
Yeah.
Hey Ryan, what's going on with you, brother?
Man,
Ryan, what's good with you?
You going hard in on me already. I just said, hey, what's up?
And I know I me already with the Cowboy slander.
Yeah, it's all right. Scott Walker will defend me. He'll defend them too.
Yeah, I know.
Man.
I'm outnumbered on the panel 2-1 by Cowboys.
Yeah. Lucky I ain't got a key.
Jesus Christ.
Put you in the back.
Jesus. Yeah, I know you've been throwing me to the back for the Cowboy slander, but I'm a Giants fan. It's in my blood to hate the Cowboys. It's just
that's how it works. Respect there.
Yeah, it'd be different if I was like a Viking fan, You know what I mean? Or a Seahawk fan, and I had this untenable hate for the Cowboys, then it wouldn't make no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just can't imagine going up somewhere and just start bashing somebody's team.
I
Like
mean,
damn.
Mr. Molden, you can always come on the panel and tell me what you know. I'm just saying. The link is at the top of the chat. You feel away.
Yeah, that's how you get them. Bring your ass up here, hit the link.
Yeah, hit the link. Don't talk
Let
about
us
it.
know
Be
what you
about it.
know.
Right. Yeah, don't talk about it. Be
Well,
about it.
let us come know. Let us come know the fix so we can bet on the fix. How about that?
Right.
Since
It
it's
sound like
damn, I
Zach.
don't understand. Yeah. If the fix is in, come up here and let us know. We can maybe make some money off of it. How about that?
Right. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, if it's fixed, let us know so we could get paid too.
I'm still trying to figure out. I was still waiting for Zach. I was still waiting for Zach to go up on CTs and tell us the score and who's going to win.
Nah, but Zach,
It's never happened. It's
it's
never
never
happened
happened.
before. Not one.
He'll,
Not
I
one time.
bet you. I bet you the day after the Super Bowl, he'll come up here and tell us about his wins.
Oh, this is why
He'll
I
say
really
something.
hope the Seahawks win, because if the Seahawks win, I can't wait to hear the excuses. Oh, we was hedging on the Seahawks, even though you clearly went on CTs and said that New England was
Patriot.
gonna win and they were
Yep, I
and it
heard
was
that.
gonna be 52 points total scored. I remember I clipped it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
Well,
clipped it, you need to play that shit up here when it happens. You need to play that shit.
he would
Yeah.
say it was edited and it took it out of
Yeah, that's what he's gonna say. Oh, you a CT
I learned,
fanboy, you trying to
but
take it out
listen,
of context. No, these are your words, sir. You said what
yeah.
you said.
Good thing about it, I learned how to screen record because someone told me how to screen. Told my if I knew how to screen record, so I went in my phone and learned. So even if they delete it, all you gotta do is screen record it now. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I
Bam,
saw
got
you
it.
do that. I saw you do that a couple nights ago on a couple other people. I ain't gonna talk about it, but yeah,
Oh,
Yeti,
that's
salute to you, bro.
yeah, that's why we're going. You know, we're live. I'll go back in the live and
yeah,
know what I mean, clip them up, tell them.
yeah.
No,
Mm.
it's all right though.
Man,
Yeah, I mean,
Where,
I got
where
attacked on a panel not for last Skywalker?
the what
I got attacked on a panel.
for what?
Well, that little fruity booty. He
uh-oh.
just come at me out of nowhere.
Oh, mm.
Just come out of me. I mean, he just went in on me. I'm like, dude, I don't know you, and I would prefer to keep it that way. Oh, okay. Well, you're over there and you're over there. I said, dude, I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. You're talking to the wrong feller here. You need to move on down the road, fruity booty. And he said, okay, well, you just stay on the sidelines. I said, okay, I will. Thank you. I'm like,
Right,
what
it's
the
safer
hell?
on the sidelines. It's
Mm-hmm.
safer on the sideline. Who want
I
to be
guess
who
not.
want to be on the
She
front
he
line
getting.
when you could be on the
I don't give
sideline?
a damn what they
Chilling.
think,
It's,
man.
it seems like Ryan's catching strays from being on the sidelines. He must have got a
Yeah,
stray bullet.
I guess so, huh?
Someone must
Yeah.
have had a switch and shot the switch and hit Ryan
Mm,
instead. Damn, I don't know how that happened.
I
But
know.
okay.
It's a mystery. It's a mystery.
Hey, we I've caught some strays too, so I dig it. I
BD,
already know how that go.
one
Okay,
thing,
my boy Timothy up
listen,
here.
listen, BD, one thing about it and two things for sure. How in the hell do you catch strays?
Man, I don't know.
You're a diplomat. You know what I mean? Listen,
Yo, I
you
don't
would
know.
be head diplomacy. You know what I mean? The head of diplomacy or however you say
Diplomacy.
Diplomacy.
diplomacy. There you go. That's what you're head of. That's you that because you're gonna go around and you know what I'm saying. Tell everybody like what they really need to know, even if they listen to you or not. But
Right. Whether
I
they
tell you what,
listen,
I tell you what, BD can do. Just ask them what team they like, and he can just say "fuck your team," and that'll end it.
yeah, that too. I can always do that. And Timothy, I see you, bro. What you thought about the UFC fight last night? The Volca domination of Lopes.
It was pretty good fight. I think Lopez is just going to be one of those fights that's always going to be a hard fight for him to win against somebody like Volk. He hasn't slowed down enough to where Lopez's power would have made that big of a difference.
Right.
So I tell you what though, Volk is definitely beatable, but they matched him up. They matched him up right. You know what I mean? They're gonna let him try and ride out that international wave. The interesting thing about the UFC right now is they owe Paramount 43 cards this year,
Oh
which
wow.
means, yeah. So you notice UFC 324 and 325 were back to back.
They're
That's
back to
never
back,
happened.
right? Yeah, I've never
So
seen it before either.
what's going to happen is eventually it's going to be, they're turning it into the next man up league. Like they were trying to do the flyweight title fight last weekend when Amanda Nunes and Kayla Harrison dropped out. So we're going to see spontaneous fights out of nowhere. And I got a bunch of inside information there. I got to watch Cody Garbrandt spar the day before I left Vegas. He looks pretty good. He's got a tough fight coming up, but he looks pretty good. I got to watch a bunch of sparring. I went to the PI and watched all the guys go at it. So you got to be ready now because they're just going to be calling people on 1 week, 3 days notice, 2 week notice. Like, hey, we
Oh
need you
wow,
for
to
the
come
Paramount
fight,
card.
huh?
Oh yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, they've never made that big of a commitment that far ahead. Even with ESPN, it wasn't that serious. $7 billion is a lot of money.
You fucking right, it is. Yeah,
you owe us.
Don't play
like,
with that
there's
kind
no,
of money. Like
this fell through. Shit, it's not gonna work. Like
yeah, they don't
they
want to
owe
hear
them.
that. Not
gonna happen.
when you got $7 billion on the line. Yeah, they don't want to hear any of that.
Yeah,
but I think Volker looked good yesterday. I think Lopes just looked bad. He looked out of place.
I think he looked better than he did in the first fight. I just don't think he landed as many power shots that he did in the first fight.
Yeah, lack of power shots was the issue too. He didn't land much power shots. I mean, Volker just pretty much had him off his game the whole fight, basically. Like the whole fight, he was just off his game. He was just he wasn't toying with Lopez, but at the same time, he was toying with Lopez, if that makes sense. Like,
yeah, from the game plan, yeah, for sure.
Hey, when do you think damn, I just not had his name. I interrupted you for no reason. Go ahead, my bad.
But yeah, did you get to watch any boxing? Did you get to watch the Stevenson fight or the Zayed fight?
Yeah, I watched everything. I watched all the prelims. I watched all the early stuff. I was watching both at the same time. So I had UFC up on my TV and I had boxing on my laptop, and I was going in.
Yeah, that was me last night too. Yeah, that was me last night. I got the boxing on the computer.
Damn,
UFC on the TV. Just, you know what I mean, going back and forth. Watching
Royal Rumble, and Royal Rumble was early. So I watched Royal Rumble, then I went to the other two.
Okay, yeah, I watched the Royal Rumble too. What you thought about Roman Reigns coming back?
I mean, if you looked at all the dirt sheets, all the money was on him and Liv Morgan winning. So I kind of knew that's where it was going to go. They're usually right about 80% of the time when they make a prediction, if you look at certain websites. But I think 4 matches in almost 5 hours, it really wasn't. I was expecting
it wasn't
a lot
the greatest
better.
Royal Rumble, that's for sure. It wasn't all that great. Not to me. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry.
Hey, did y'all see what the I don't know. Did you see the dude that William Skull fought? William Skull got knocked out.
Yeah, what was he doing? What the fuck was he doing?
It's an article. I know what I'm saying. I sent it to BD for you can pull it up. It's an article that said that the dude did what Canelo couldn't do. He knocked William Skull out. Canelo needs to retire, man.
He can't. He's been fighting too long. Too much money.
He's been fighting too long. You know what I mean? He's been fighting since he was big young.
Yeah, he's turned pro at 15.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't realize that's a toll on his body. You know what I mean? He might not be as old as like Mayweather and them and stuff like that, but still, that's a big ass toll on the body.
Yeah, I think Canelo, time for him to go. He's done maxed out physically. He's maxed out at this point.
Yeah.
He was a great fighter. He had a lot of great fights. He can go in peace. He don't got nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah.
But I think the Crawford fight kind of exposed Canelo.
Big time.
It's like he didn't even, like, the way it looked, like he didn't even work. He didn't even try. You know what I mean? He wasn't even, to me, it looked too easy.
It seemed like in that first fight, the first 2 rounds, he was trying, but once Crawford figured him out and pretty much cut the ring off, he got
Yeah.
frustrated and he pretty much threw his hands up and was like, "Fuck it, I'm not fit to win this."
And he tried to land a
That's
few
how it
power
looked to
shots,
me.
and it didn't work. And he was like, he could take my punches. This is gonna be a long night for me.
Right. It's kind of like Tefimo last night. Tefimo was hitting Stevenson. He caught him with a couple of good ones, but when Stevenson was eating them, he was like, "Oh man, I can't come inside. He picking me apart." And then once he got cut, it was over.
He went to the body too late too. You notice he didn't go to the body till the 8th round. The same thing Canelo did against Mayweather. It's like, why are you going to
Right.
the body that late? You got to put them dividends in, dog. It's too late.
Yeah, it's too late at that point. Yeah. You can't go to the body in the late rounds. You got to do the body stuff in the early rounds to wear folks down.
Keyshawn Davis, that body snatcher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's you know who used to be a body snatcher, you know what I'm saying? The one that damn, what's his name, man?
Hell, if you remember
Um
Roberto Duran, one of the
yeah.
greatest body punchers I've ever
Damn,
seen.
I keep on forgetting these goddamn names. Terrence Crawford fought him and beat him. Spence. Spence.
Spence,
Oh
yeah,
Errol
yeah,
Spence
Spence.
is
man
pretty good
down.
too.
Body
Yeah, man
snatcher,
down.
boy.
Right.
Yeah.
Man down.
Body snatching, boy. I'm talking about he used to bitch used to Keyshawn Davis was doing that last night to Ortiz.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
fucking Ortiz up, bro. Like he's
That was
fucking
a
him
good
up.
fight.
It was a
That was
good
a real
fight.
good fight.
Keyshawn Davis is a beast. Keyshawn
Yeah,
Davis
he's
is
a
a beast.
problem.
Who you
Bro,
think
I
he
just not
fights
had the
next
man's
though?
name in the fucking name. Bro, I keep on forgetting these
Do you think
Japanese.
you have a Keyshawn Haney fight coming around the
Yeah.
corner?
Yeah. It makes the
I
most
like
sense
Keyshawn.
because
I like Keyshawn to whoop him.
unless
Probably
Nah,
knock
I
him
don't
out.
think he gonna whoop him.
if
I don't
Ryan
think he
wins
gonna
against
whoop him.
Barrios, they're gonna set that rematch up first though. Ryan's gotta get that rematch with Haney first. If Haney beats Barrios in a few weeks.
And I like
So
and I like and I like what's his name? To beat him again.
Oh,
Ryan
Ryan? Yeah.
Garcia. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Man, listen. You can talk shit. Ryan got a quick ass left. That
That left hook
motherfucker
is
got some
amazing.
that motherfucker got a fast ass left.
yeah, he throws some punches. That's for sure. And that left is serious. That left is serious business. Don't get hit with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good boxing night, in my opinion. Last night was one of the best boxing nights I've seen in a while, like
It
a
was pretty good.
really long while. Like
I
you
mean,
had a
even from
really
the prelims to the main card, like I enjoyed everything.
yeah. The only fight that wasn't really good was the Miller fight, but it had
And
the
that wasn't
dude
bad
getting
either
his
though for
toupee
heavyweights.
getting knocked off.
Yo,
So
yo,
that that was
yo.
hilarious. Hilarious. And then he took it and threw it in the crowd. I
Dude in
was
the
dead
crowd.
after that.
Yo.
He took the toupee, he threw it in the crowd. I was so dead. I'm like, this is what boxing is turned into. We throwing toupees in the crowd now.
And you saw the Sheik was there. He wasn't in his traditional garb, but he was chilling in New York City. That Sheik, man, he running it right now.
Hey, that shit was funny when the dude's why in the hell would you wear a toupee to a boxing match when you
To the
know your
man.
head's gonna be rubbing? Like, come on,
Right.
man. Man,
Yeah,
what's
he
this
OD.
Japanese Inoue?
In a
Inoue.
way.
God
In a
damn
way.
it.
In a way.
Son of
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
bitch. It
Nanico
took
in a
you
way.
see how long it took me to remember that damn Chinese name? That
Japanese.
dude is a motherfucker. And I don't think they'll be able to fight, but him and Bam,
Oh, I
that'll
got
probably be a
Bam.
good fight.
I got Bam. Bam is
Yeah,
nice.
I would take Bam too.
I got Bam.
I'm American. I gotta take Bam, but that goddamn Japanese, that motherfucker boy.
But in the way could fight though. He's not no scrub.
This man came over here to America because they all talking all that shit, talking about oh, you ain't never I hate to say it, but they say you ain't never fought American black, you ain't never fought American black. He came over here and sat ringside to pick his food. He sat ringside to pick his food, dog. You hear me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He was
but
And
scouting.
then knock the dude
I don't
out.
like how he
Then knock
wraps
the
his
dude
hands
out.
though. I don't like how he wraps his hands though. He kind of does those borderline illegal hand wraps, and they let him get away with it in Japan. This is why he don't fight in America.
But
Oh
he
yeah,
fought
because he
didn't he
ain't fit
fight
to
in
do that
America?
here.
Once,
Yeah, you ain't fit to do
Yeah,
that
when he
here.
fought Stephen Fulton and he knocked
yeah,
Stephen
once,
Fulton out. He said, man, he said that's the best they said they had. He
yeah,
came over here and he fought under their rules, right?
Yeah. No, he fought under the commission, but once you notice he don't fight in America that much, which I wouldn't either if they're paying me that kind of money in Japan. It's kind of like the same thing with the British fighters, where if Conor Ben and Shakur fight, it's got to be in England. They're gonna sell 90,000 seats. They ain't gonna do that here.
Yeah, because especially after what happened to what's his name, Joshua.
Yeah, they're not gonna.
He had to pay. He had to pay. What is it? The 90 off top? I think so.
Yeah, I'm not
Something
feeling
like
that at
that.
all.
No, it wasn't. It was a 90. It was a yeah. What was it? They both got how much? They both got 190, or was it 90
I think it was
million?
190, but
I think it was
Okay,
100 or
so
something.
yeah, what's his name had to pay like damn near half of that off rip.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
which is
good.
crazy work. Who you think is next up for Joshua, because his window is now after the
You talking
Nobody.
about
Nobody.
he wants to fight what's the name again?
what, Fury
Um I think it's Fury,
or
yeah.
Wilder?
Tyson Fury.
Because I know Wilder got a
Tyson
fight
Fury.
coming up in
I don't think he's
April.
gonna
Nah,
fight, man.
Wilder just signed for a fight.
He's
Yeah,
fighting
that's what I'm
mean?
saying.
Chisora.
He got a fight coming
Yeah.
up in April. Wilder.
Yeah,
I
he's fighting
forgot who
Chisora.
the dude he supposed to fight.
Derek Chisora.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that's supposed to
I
be in
think he
April.
wants to fight Usyk. Not Usyk, but Fury. I think he wants to
I
fight
don't think it's gonna
Tyson Fury.
happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think he's gonna fight. You lose 2 out of 3 of your key members in an accident that you were a part of. It's gonna be hard for him to get motivated for camp, man. I'm telling you, man. It's not gonna be. I don't know, man.
I don't think
Yeah,
well after that, well, yeah. Before that, it was gonna be Fury, but I don't even know if he probably might come back. I don't know. Hopefully he don't come back and get distracted and get knocked out. Cause people don't like excuses. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm
no,
telling you, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? We know that what time it is. You know what I mean? We know that he might go and shit, he just might do this bit because you know what I mean?
Right.
And not be into it like it was and have his mind on the people that his friends and shit that died all the way up into the fight. You know what I mean? Shit, that shit might mess him up. You know what I mean? Shit, this is the reason. You know what I'm saying? Da da da. Then next thing you know, he gets knocked out, or it can do the opposite. It could fuel him, but I don't know.
well, we'll see.
Fury's been
It
off for a
should
while. That's the only
it should
positive.
be interesting. And yeah, Fury hasn't fought in a while, so I think we're expecting the
Man, them
Tyson
boys don't
Fury
want to.
fight.
Them boys don't want to fuck with a better be or not better be but Usyk.
Nah, don't nobody.
Ooh.
Usyk is the
No,
best
he's a problem,
heavyweight that's
dog.
out
He's a
there.
real problem.
Yeah, Usyk is crazy, and,
Better
and
be
he
it.
got power
That's
in
a.
both hands. He
I'm
knocked
gonna
you
tell
out
you.
with light
I'm gonna
hands.
tell you my favorite boxer right now. Know what I mean? Motherfucking Benavidez.
Yeah, I like
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Mexican
Benavidez,
monster. Mexican monster. You hear me?
but
I like him.
I have to take Stevenson over him at this point. Like Stevenson looked amazing yesterday. He really did.
Yeah.
Like he looked like mini
I knew that
Floyd
was
out
gonna
there.
listen. I knew that was gonna happen. You hear me? The man is the one the about two fights ago, 3 fights ago, the one where they were booing him and all that shit, and then he
Yeah,
fought one more time. Man, listen, I knew it was gonna be a defense technical fight. I knew that shit. And two people like that in the ring together, it's not gonna be a good fight. They don't want to see that shit. He's not pay-per-view worthy. No, that
you talking
much.
about Stevenson?
Yeah.
He's not pay per view.
No,
Well,
he don't have that kind of style.
yeah, he
Nah,
don't
he
have the
ain't pay per
style. He don't.
he
But
ain't pay per
again,
view.
the defense
He better
again.
switch it up.
It's mini Mayweather basically. All he got to do was pick you apart, and he good at that because he picked
Oh, I guess.
Teofimo the hell apart yesterday.
Well, I
Like,
guess they don't like that shit. You see, they don't like that shit. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I
Because
don't
people
mind
don't
it
like
though.
it.
The point of
Um.
boxing is to hit and not get hit,
Oh,
not to
yeah,
sit
I
there and take a
understand,
whole
but
bunch of punches.
come on now. You know these dudes are in it for some money. You know what I mean? Like if
I
you
mean,
want to get
we
that
all
big
want to see
bread,
slugfest, right? There's nothing wrong with a
no.
good
But see,
slugfest every now and then.
it's not technically it's not being more engaged. You know what I mean?
Right.
Drop a bitch, everyone. Look at Keyshawn Davis. Look at Shushu. Look at all
Yeah.
them boys. You know what I mean? They technical and they'll knock your ass out. That's what I mean. Make it exciting. You know what I mean? Don't
Yeah,
be
Shushu
too
knockout
technical
was
and too
pretty That was a
you
pretty
you
cool knockout he
li-
had last night.
listen.
It was a
You got
5-piece combo he hit dude with. He hit him with the bing, bing, and then he hit him with 2 rights back to back. Bing, bing,
listen.
and it was over.
That's the type of shit that David Benavidez does. You know what I mean? That KO combo shit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, they drop.
And thank you, Marvel, for that.
Like
Nah, go ahead, Skywalker.
no. Like they can be like more technical. They could be technical in defense, but still be more engaged. You know what I mean? Does
Right.
that make
Well,
sense? Because like
absolutely. Last night, Stevenson was
Stevenson,
engaged though.
he
The man
surprised me
landed
because
about
he was pushing.
250 punches. Landed.
Yeah, listen, he was more pushing forwards. You know what I mean? He don't usually do that. He was keeping what's his name on his back foot most of the night, like
Right.
backing up and shit. And a lot of people didn't expect that, but I knew he was gonna win.
Yeah, I knew he was going
I
to win too.
know
I just think I didn't
not
know it was going to be so dominant though. I didn't think it would be so one-sided because Teofimo's not a bum. He's
yeah,
not a
but yeah,
bum.
nah, he this you gotta understand. Look how he's bulky.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he just outpointed, outclassed. He just had Teofimo number basically because he was just picking in spots and he was just letting him have it. Every time Teofimo came in, Stevenson would hit him with the 1-2, bing, bing. And then once he got cut, it was over. Yeah, once he got cut and he started pumping that jab in his eye, yeah, it was a wrap after that.
And I was looking, I was like, okay, is he going to back up and throw counters while backing up? Because there's only a few fighters that can do it. There's only a few. Right. It's him, Mayweather, Andre Ward. There's only about 3 or 4 guys that can throw while backing up. Corey Spinks, I'm going a little back with that one. But
I mean, Crawford too.
Crawford too to a point, but Crawford don't need to go on the back foot. Like if he does, it's a choice. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like he's just choosing to do it because he's a switch hitter. But Shakur wasn't backpedaling and throwing. Like he was standing there.
He was
high
in front
guard.
of Teofimo pretty much the whole night. He wasn't trying to back away from him. He had no respect for Teofimo power. So he just pretty much stayed in front of him and was like, you come on in here, take these 1-2s, and eventually, you're going to get wore out because every time you come inside, you're going to get this 1-2. And that's what happened, basically. He came inside.
And Tio's corner was giving him terrible advice. Like they're just asking questions. What happened to your power?
Yeah, they were befuddled too because they couldn't understand why he couldn't get inside because every time he tried to get inside, he would get 1-2.
Yeah. I like Shakur's
every time
trainer.
Teofimo came inside, he got 1-2 every single time.
I like what his grandfather was telling him. He was like, all right. He was like, do everything you keep doing. Work off the jab. He's going to stay in front of you. He's got nowhere to go. And I was like, well, that's all you needed to tell him because Shakur's ring IQ is way up here. And then you add the defense.
He's very smart. He's calculated. Now, I don't think he's calculated to the point like Mayweather was where he actually counting his punches and stuff like that. I don't think he to that level yet, but
he can make similar reads. He can make similar reads. And Crawford's there too. Like Crawford's probably the only one that has the IQ that's similar to Mayweather that I've seen in the last since Mayweather retired. Yeah. There's nobody Pernell Whitaker is the only other one I could see. Actually, Andre Ward, my bad. Andre Ward and Crawford are the only 2 I've seen be able to make those reads and then like the adjustment is almost immediate. It's like within the last round to the next round, it don't take them that long to kind of.
Right. And Sweet Pea Whitaker, that was my guy, man. He one of the best technical boxers ever. Like ever. Like
fluid too, man.
In his prime was insane.
Yeah, he was
fluid. He couldn't stay out of prison. But some people just don't get it.
Enemy, man.
Yeah, he was his own worst enemy. But inside the ring, Sweet Pea Whitaker was that guy. He sure was.
Mayweather started sparring him when he was 15, 16 years old. Mayweather was one of his sparring partners as a teenager.
Right.
And that's how Floyd kind of learned some of the defensive game to really like add little layers into Pretty Boy Floyd before he adjusted to being money, where he was just all brain pretty much. But
Right. I mean, I know folks hate Floyd Mayweather for various reasons. You know, the Pacquiao fight was the last boxing fight that I ever paid for. And you know, I was so disappointed after that fight because I was like, damn, Mayweather, this was your swan song. You supposed to go out there and actually fight. But he stuck to his script. He wasn't fit to go out there and slug it out with Pacquiao. He was gonna, play his game, regardless of what anybody else said. He was gonna play his game.
no,
But
I mean,
you pay $100 for a fight, you want to see a fight.
yeah, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There ain't no two ways about that one.
Hey, BD,
Yes, sir.
you remember back in the days? I know you do. HBO Sports.
Absolutely. With Jim
Man.
Nantz. Yeah.
Oh man. Me and my dad would tell me, "Hey, come in here, watch this." You know, I miss that
That's
so much.
taking it back. HBO Sports. That's when boxing was boxing.
It
When
was.
HBO had boxing. That's when boxing was boxing.
Yeah. I was looking at some old clips last night, way back 82, 83,
I think the first HBO fight I ever watched, it was Aaron Pryor and Alexis Arguello.
That's Arguello.
Those names.
The rematch or the
Oh my
first
God.
one?
The first one. The first one.
The one he's like, let me get that mixed.
Yeah, because the rematch that came on regular TV, that came on ABC. The
Wide
rematch,
World of
that
Sports.
was on regular,
That's right.
Wide World of Sports, right? It was on regular TV, the rematch. But the first fight was on HBO Sports. That was the very first boxing match I ever watched on HBO Sports with Aaron Pryor and Alexis Arguello. And their trilogy was one of the greatest trilogies ever. Like those three fights could rank on any trilogy. Arguello and Pryor.
I got another one for you. I want you to see something real quick. I want to share something with you real quick.
Oh yeah, for sure. Put it in the thing. I put it up.
Man, I remember seeing Oscar De La Hoya's first fight on HBO.
Man, I don't remember De La Hoya. Who did
Oh
he fight?
my God. Shit, I don't remember. Hell, he tore them all up, man.
Nah, De La Hoya in his prime. I'll give De La Hoya credit. De La Hoya never ran from a fight. He fought everybody.
Can you see that? Can you see that?
I think Michael remembers De La Hoya.
Oh yeah. Who don't remember De La Hoya? Who's this, Tim?
That's me and Floyd. I trained with him back in 2015.
Wow.
That was after 2015. We ran 5 miles together. Oh
yeah? What was that like?
Yeah, so it was actually a happy accident. I was working at Luke Air Force Base. I used to do like personal training at the Air Force Base, and there was this kid in there boxing.
Right.
And he was like, yeah, I'm on the money team and this and that. And I just kind of made a joke. I was like, yo, man, let me come up there and let's do your strength and conditioning up there. And he goes, yeah, I'll ask if you can be in Floyd's camp it was for the Berto fight. It was like the last one. So I got to go up there for like 2 weeks, and then they were like, hey, anybody want to run with Floyd? We're running. But he gets the thing is he gets a mile start ahead of everybody. So he can kind of run with his security. So if you want to run with him, you got to catch up to him. So I had me and two of the fighters I was doing strength and conditioning for. I was like, come on, man, let's try and catch him. And they thought I was slow because they had never seen me run. I'm like, no, man, I got wheels. So I caught up to him, and we got to just chit chat. You know what I mean? Like I got to run with him 3 different times during that camp. One time we did like 5 miles. The other time we did like 2 or 3. But he's a cool cat, man. Like it confirmed a lot of stuff I always thought about him because he doesn't cut weight. He's built like he's built perfectly for 147 because he probably walks around at like 52, 53. So he's built perfectly for the weight class. Like it's just he filled out to his max capacity, like genetic potential. He's one of those rare fighters that he figured everything out on a science level very, very early on, and he never deviated from that plan. And then he did something really smart, which Floyd I haven't seen too many people do this. He'll get the best strength and conditioning and like the dietitians in the game, and he'll pay him a high amount to go exclusive with him during a specific time, so nobody else can use these people.
Oh wow.
So
That's smart.
yeah.
That's
He does a
monopolizing
lot
the
of
board.
stuff, man.
Yeah, Floyd was a cerebral guy. People act like Floyd Mayweather is dumb. Like Floyd Mayweather far from stupid. Like far from stupid.
And I used to go to the Mayweather club to talk to his dad more than to do anything with him. His dad was like who I would go up there to. I would sit and talk with Senior for just sometimes 20, 30 minutes, just shooting the shit about certain calisthenics workouts, like why weights aren't good for combat sports athletes, like in general, where you want to do certain things. And the knowledge that he has, man, like Senior, even though it seems like, oh man, people think like he stutters and this and that, and like if you sit and have a conversation with him, that dude's probably forgotten more stuff than I'll know about any kind of combat sport. You know what I mean? Like he was, I would go, and like I said, he was the reason I would like to just, that was the most fun, was talking with him, man.
I could imagine.
BD and Tim, do y'all, I know BD knows this. He's going to shit when I ask him this question. Do y'all know who trained Rocky Balboa behind the scenes?
Was it Emmanuel Stewart?
It was. God damn it. I thought I could.
Emmanuel Stewart.
You ain't gonna stop me on boxing, dog.
We boxing heads over here, Ryan. We know some stuff.
Okay.
80s kids. I'm an 80s kid, so I know a lot of this shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go kind of far back. Like, listen, like I don't know how y'all felt about the only Leonard Hagler fight, right?
Oh man, that's a classic.
Draw.
I always thought Hagler got robbed. I ain't think Leonard won that fight.
I thought it was a draw.
What you think?
I thought Leonard had it.
Yeah, I always thought Hagler won that fight. It was close, but I always thought Hagler won.
I mean,
because Hagler was never the same after that fight. Like after that fight kind of killed his career.
Yeah, he went to live in Italy.
He won a box.
Yeah, he never come back. Yeah, he never recovered from that.
Yeah, he never recovered from that.
He
never really came back. Yeah. And I thought Hagler was one of the greatest middleweights ever. Marvin Hagler.
Is.
I think he was like insane work until the Leonard fight.
I was fixing to say Sugar Ray. Oh man. Oh Lord.
Ray Leonard was definitely one of Ray Leonard top 5 all time any weight class. Any weight class.
Poetry.
Yeah, Ray Leonard is top 5 any weight class. Yeah, Sugar Ray Leonard was that guy.
Yeah, he was. He would beat your ass and pray for you afterwards.
At the same time.
But you know, my dude was Roberto Duran. Like I loved Roberto Duran. The Hands of Stone, that was my guy.
Tough,
even with the no mas stuff, he was still my guy. Like Duran didn't shy from anybody. Duran fought everybody. Leonard, Hagler, Hearn. Duran fought everybody. He ain't run from anybody, and I respected that about Roberto Duran.
Yeah.
Even when he got old, he wasn't trying to run from folks.
No,
he was coming in there to fight.
I tell you what, I still love, and I miss George Foreman. He lived right down the road from me, not 30 miles. His ranch is still there. His son and daughters. Oh yeah, in Marshall, Texas. Yeah.
Oh okay.
Oh yeah.
Man. Foreman only issue is that he couldn't move. Like if Foreman had some lateral movement,
but he could take hits, man. He could just take them and take them and take them, man. He could take them.
And if he hit you, it was a wrap. It was good night, Irene. If he hit you,
that's it.
Yeah, if he hit you, it was over.
He was kind of like Ivan Drago. One of the few people you remember Ivan Drago?
Hit you.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just had that. He was just loaded till the right time, and then he was just. That's it. Yeah.
I mean, listen, the fight I watched on film when he destroyed Joe Frazier, he hit this man so hard he was lifting that man off his feet. Like literally lifting him off his feet. He was hitting that man so hard. Like if you hit this hard, if you just had just a little lateral movement, just a little bit, nobody would have been able to stop George Foreman. If he could just box just a little bit.
Just a little, yeah.
Just a little bit.
BD, will YouTube let you play the Foreman Ali fight
Yeah,
on your show?
it's old. Yeah, it's old enough that it wouldn't have no.
It should be.
Okay. You should do that, or at least clip it up. Show the highlights. That would these young people would
They have no
appreciate
idea.
that.
They have
Oh,
no
Matter of
idea.
fact, since you brung that up, let me pull up the Frazier Foreman fight because
do
Well,
that.
that's a short one.
there-
You should be able to do that one.
Yeah, it was short. It was short. It didn't last that long.
just the way he was hitting this man, like
Yeah, that's back when Foreman had hair. He still had hair.
hard.
George was.
Yeah, he was just hitting this man so hard.
Yeah,
I'm
my
sure y'all can
dad,
hear it.
my dad business. My dad did business
the
with
left hook. Foreman
George.
is vulnerable to the hook. Oh, the crowd was misled when Joe fell back a little. There was a slip
But
off
you just
balance.
look how hard he was hitting this.
Historically, Frazier has not been a good first-round fighter.
It didn't make sense how
But historically, he has
powerful
been a
George Foreman
tremendous,
really was.
tremendous
Now
fighter.
this is
A
prime
great
George
champion.
Foreman.
You saw the left hook land on
If he
Foreman.
could just
That's what he'll be
move just
working
a
on
little
all
bit,
night.
because the power was insane, and it came from both hands. Like George Foreman was loaded in both hands. Like it didn't matter which hand he hit you with. But my thing is, he was hitting this dude so hard, he was lifting him off the ground.
Foreman would like to keep punching and keep Frazier away from him with his punches.
And Joe Frazier
Joe's
was a
job
great
to get
fighter
inside.
too. This was another
Steadily
great
used that
fighter. It's
left
not
hook.
like he was just beating up on a bum.
He was a champ.
Right. He wasn't just beating up on a
Oh,
bum.
Foreman connected, as you saw. He's a big, strong boy. He likens
I
this
love the
fight to
Howard
the
Cosell,
same kind of
man.
problem he faced. There's another left by George. He's getting into Frazier's head.
You will never get another
We'll find
Howard
out
Cosell.
tonight how much the Ali fight
No.
took out of Frazier, if anything. And we'll find out tonight just how
But know
good
this,
George
BD,
Foreman is in
But
punching
Foreman
and
with
in
the
taking a
Frazier,
punch. I think he hurt Joe Frazier. I think Joe is hurt.
Yeah, he was hurt.
Angie Dundee, Ali's trainer, right next to me, is saying it. You may hear him. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
Yeah, look.
The heavyweight champion is
You
taking the
just couldn't
mandatory
stand
8
there and
and
go
Foreman is
toe
as
to toe with
poised
no
as can
George
be
Foreman. Like
in
Joe
a
Frazier
neutral
was
corner.
crazy for that.
He is as
For thinking
poised
you
as
were
can
gonna
be.
brawl
We have
with
a minute
George
left
Foreman.
in this first round, and already this fight is proving out what some have expected. Oh, that left is getting in
Yeah,
there.
he would just.
Underneath.
Now his jab wasn't all that great, but the power shots, man. Look at all the power shots.
That's what it took.
Frazier is dazed. He is getting hit again and again and again. The same head that was hit so often by Muhammad Ali. Frazier
Yeah,
is
Frazier was
dazed.
just.
20-some
was a
years
sitting
old. Like
duck.
20,
See the
23,
countdown for
24
the
years
first
old when he
round.
beat this man.
Foreman has
Yeah,
not
just
panicked.
look how
Foreman
hard he
is
just
going
hitting
about
this
his
man.
job. Foreman is all over
Yeah,
Joe
look.
Frazier.
Did you see
Frazier is
like
down
that
again,
last uppercut?
and he may be. No, he is rising. He is
He
game.
fucked up.
He doesn't know
Yeah,
where
he
he
ain't
is.
know where he
the
was.
mandatory 8 count. He doesn't know where he is. Now the round is about to end. 2 knockdowns in the first round of Joe
And he's
Frazier.
winding
Down
up, too.
again. No saving by the bell.
Yeah, like Frazier ain't know where
He's
he
up,
was.
and so the fight
He was getting his
continues.
ass handed
3
to him.
knockdowns in the first round by
I'm
George
surprised they
Foreman.
didn't stop
The
this
stool
fight
hasn't
after
even
the
been
first
brought
round.
out
It
yet.
I
was
wouldn't have
too good.
sent Frazier
What
back out there.
excitement. You're
It was too
looking at
good.
Joe Frazier.
Yeah,
Yancy
there's no way
The
I would have
crowd
sent Joe Frazier
shocked,
back
but the
out there
crowd
for a
here
second
rooting
round
for Foreman.
after that.
Muhammad
No way.
Ali was their hero. Now you're looking
But
at
you know, you
Foreman.
got to remember
The
this was
right
the
for the first
70s,
knockdown.
and
Clean
people
as a
weren't
whip.
people
He
as
was kinda like the-
sensitive as they are now.
He was kind
what
of like
a
the
first
Apollo
round.
Creed.
Well, back in
Don't you
Frazier's
stop
corner.
that
Yeah.
fight.
as you look at them
Well,
working
the
over
thing too
Joe,
is
the ice
BD
pack at the
Frazier
back
was
of the neck
undefeated.
to
There was no
restore
way
the
they're
senses.
stopping this fight. They both
Let's
were
go
undefeated.
to the
There's no way they're
slow-mo for
stopping
the
this
second
fight.
Yeah, but just
knockdown.
look
The
how
right
hard
again.
he was hit. Did you, man? He
Clean
probably
as a
broke his
whistle
jaw
again.
with that.
We're waiting for
And
the
and
start
God
now
forbid if
of round
he'd
two.
have wound up
There
and
was
hit him
no
again
question
while he was
about
falling.
the first round. 3 knockdowns. Now Joe is coming
The
out.
last
Now
out.
wants to come back in a hurry. You'll not find
Yeah,
a
I
gamer
wouldn't watch
man
Frazier
than
versus
Joe
Tyson.
Frazier. Joe Frazier, who went down 3 times in the first round. A caution from Arthur Mercani.
It should have been a
He
TKO.
is all over Frazier.
Yeah, it
again.
should have
He
been.
has
Yeah.
Frazier in the
Listen, he was
corner.
hitting this man
Frazier's knees
so
buckled.
hard.
He is down. He is down.
They
for
should
the
have stopped it
fourth time
right
in the
there.
fight.
Like right
George
there
Foreman
in
is doing to
today's
Joe
boxing,
Frazier
it
what
wouldn't
he
have got
did
this
as a
far.
19-year-old
Oh,
no.
to a veteran Russian, a fellow named Leona Shapoulis.
But you know,
in
back in the
October of
70s, you know,
1968
they let them
in the
fight.
Mexico City Arena.
Oh,
A
yeah, a
kick
lot
left
race
from
car
Joe.
drivers.
Another.
They had
Frazier is
go.
down for the 5th time in this fight. 5th time. 3 times in the first round, twice in the second.
Yeah,
McCanny
it's
checked
just
his
power. Just the
senses.
raw
Frazier
power
said,
of George Foreman was insane
it's
work.
target practice for George Foreman. It is target practice. Frazier is ready to go again. Joe is standing.
Yeah,
there he goes.
He lifting this man off his
3
feet.
times. The fight is stopped.
Yeah, they supposed to
No,
then
it
stop
is
that.
not.
Like,
It is not stopped. Angie Dundee is screaming, "Stop it!"
yeah,
Bernie
they supposed to
Pacheco,
then
Ali's
stop that.
doctor next week. It is over.
Yeah,
It
they
is
supposed to
over.
then stop that.
It is over in the second round. George Foreman is the.
Yeah,
He sure was. He was. He was shit.
yeah.
He was the
Foreman's
champion.
power was insane work.
Oh my God. He could just
insane.
take it, and then get ready. He gonna give it back to you.
Yeah, his power was like nothing I've ever seen, not out of anybody. And I seen some really hard punchers, but not nobody like Foreman. I give
Not
y'all
even
another
Tyson.
fight that I
Not even
actually
Tyson.
loved. Let me show
Tyson
this
didn't
fight.
even have the power. Tyson didn't even have the power, man. He didn't. And I respect
Nah, Tyson
Tyson. But he
had
didn't have the
power, but he ain't have power like Foreman. Foreman
Sure
power was way different than
No.
anybody
So
I've
the only
ever
thing
seen.
we've seen like that is Deontay Wilder, because he followed the same path, went straight to the Olympics and then turned pro, and he started late. So Deontay Wilder would be the only comparison we have to George Foreman, I think, in
I don't
probably in
know.
boxing history.
I don't know.
Nah, Wilder
Oh,
got
yes.
some serious power too now.
Yep, I've
And
never
it don't
seen
need a
nothing like
land flush. It don't
like
need to, like Wilder can hit you like this and still knock you out. Like he could just hit you like that. Well, he's 6'7", you know, so
And Bob, I see you, brother. Thank you for coming by. Let me get out this commercial. Sorry about that, y'all.
A look at the tail of the
oh
tape.
my
this-
God. The best
No,
round
Yeah.
of boxing and boxing history.
Yeah,
The
this
height
was
advantage
absolutely
over
the
Thomas
best
Hearns.
single
And,
round of
that's the
boxing
key
you
element
will
in this
ever
fight.
see in
But for
life.
Marvin Hagler, he expects
And
to
yeah,
get
for all
inside
y'all
and turn
enjoying
the-
all
if
of
he doesn't do that,
the
could
old
have a long
school
night.
fighting,
Can he
hey, like,
possibly
share,
win if he doesn't
subscribe,
get it
man. The
done?
Cash
Well,
App
he
at the
could if he
bottom of the
catches
screen.
Hearns
You
on the
want to
end of
support
one
the
of his,
channel, man. This Big
punches,
Dog Sports
perhaps
with
a
sports
left
and
hook. I
politics
think that's where
collide.
him switching
Let's
right
go.
becomes a key
We
factor.
we
From
getting
the
into a
outside,
little
I think he's
boxing
much more
history
effective as
right
a righty.
now. This
The
is
common
like
opponents,
the
an indication
greatest
there that Hearns, perhaps
one
with more
round
power,
fight
but
you
Marcus
will ever
Aurelio
see
was
in
not
life
the fighter
right
he
here.
was against Hearns,
Just
he
so
was
y'all
against
know.
Hagler and that
For those
knockout
of
of
y'all who
Duran.
weren't
So
old
you can
enough to
look
see
on
it.
and on. The
There
number
was
of
no
punches,
game
these are
plan
two
for this.
fighters
And if
who
there
will
was,
throw
it
a
went
lot
out
of
the
No,
punches
window.
this was
tonight.
just an
It was
all-out
Marvin
fight,
Hagler
and I
throws a
loved
lot.
it.
He's got a good jab, good combination
Like this,
puncher.
this was
The
a
same
true
is true of
slugfest.
Thomas Hearns. Look at the number of punches he throws. A lot of left jabs
And
snaking out
you know,
there.
everybody thought that this fight was going to go the distance.
In the red corner, the challenger.
And you know, Tommy
Do the
Hearns
Jerry
was,
curl.
Welterweight champion.
Do the Jerry
Fighting
curl.
out of
yeah, Tommy
Detroit,
Hearns
Michigan.
was the man. It's
Weighing
not like Tommy Hearns was a
159
bum.
3/4 pounds.
No,
He just
Tommy
had a
was nice.
glass
Best
jaw.
record consists of 40 wins.
I'm just trying to skip to the.
Let's go.
All right, here we go. Now.
Very simple instructions. And finally, it's Hagler
Again, y'all,
against
y'all in for a treat. For all y'all old boxing fans,
Eloquent
this is the
simplicity by
greatest
Richard Steele.
one-round
Let's
fight
go.
you will ever see.
He knows
Right
they
here.
know.
Yeah, Hearns was a great fighter. He just had a glass jaw.
Stare down, of course. So
And you know
customary
Marvin Hagler, like one of my
before
favorite
these fights.
middleweights of all
And here
time.
we go. Round one.
But this was just a straight up brawl.
Hagler, right off the bat, attempting to get inside.
And people forget Hearns had power too now. It's not like Hearns couldn't punch.
By Hagler. Look at him, right for the body. Marvin Hagler only wants the body, and he bangs Marvin. Oh, Hearns hit him with a right hand.
Hearns with another right. Hearns hits him with an uppercut.
Yeah, they were doing it.
Hagler is stunned. Hearns got inside. Hit him with
How
a right
many
uppercut.
times have you seen Marvin Hagler get stunned?
So it was Hagler coming out like a bullet. A good left by
Yeah,
Hagler.
he had a
But Hearns
chin.
didn't flinch. Marvin going for the body. Wild first round.
Yeah, they were going at it.
And it was Hagler
Like,
who initiated.
I haven't seen a boxing fight in the modern A like this since I don't know when.
Another right.
Gotti
That
Ward.
one stunned Hearns. What a first minute of the fight.
Tommy Hearns has been able to drop that right hand in, and it has hurt.
Yeah, he was
Hagler
hitting
twice
Hagler
many
too. He
people.
just, you know what I
Another
mean?
right hand
He
from
got
Hearns.
caught.
Hearns moving.
They don't wear
Hagler
tube
And
still
once
socks
he
like
got
that.
to
with a
dancing,
right.
it was over.
Hits him with a left hook.
Here's where I believe Hagler
Them
should
tube
turn to
socks
right.
was the
He could
shit.
block that right hand easier, and he would land his own left hook.
Hearns
Yeah, man, Hagler
with a
was that
devastating
guy.
punch.
I said that Leonard fight
Here
ruined
Hagler's
him.
left eye again. Tommy
Yeah.
trying to
And
come
I still
inside. The
think he
hands
won
on
that
Hagler.
fight.
Low
But
blow
that's
by
just my
Hearns.
personal
Hagler's still
opinion.
looking for the body. but
A
he can't-
right by Hagler. Good right got in.
You know, history says
He had
different.
Hearns where he'd left the
But
keep
I'm
on the
always
rope
go
till Tommy
down
comes
saying
off
that
easily.
Marvin
Another good
Hagler
right
won
by
that
Hearns.
fight against
Hagler's
Leonard.
now shaking those right hands off, though, Al. He was stunned a little early, and he's normally a slow starter.
He's
But
also
just the
bleeding.
fact that they're
Hagler is
fighting
cut.
and they
Hagler is
not,
cut.
you know,
Bridge of the nose.
clinching, they not running from each other, like they standing there and they throwing punches.
He blocks that right. Hearns tries to come in with the uppercut. And Hagler ties him up with a minute to go in a wild first round.
Yeah, just look at all of the power shots being landed. These guys were just, they were throwing haymakers from the very beginning.
There's blood all over Marvin Hagler's face. Can't tell where it's coming from.
I thought it started from the bridge of the nose originally. The blood all over the face of Hagler here in round one. But Hagler has him on the rope. Hagler working on him. Hagler relentless, but Hearns trying to box his way out. Half a minute to go in round one. How far can this
Yeah,
one
this
go?
is crazy.
Not very far at this pace.
This is where Hagler
Where's
wants
this
it, but Hearns
boxing at
punches off
today?
those ropes fairly effectively.
Tremendous first round.
I think that if
Hitting
you were to
into the
see
rope.
anything like this, you would just see it in
Working on it,
sparring.
but Hearns
I don't think you're going to see it in the ring. I don't think most guys are going to bring that to their
A
game plan.
tremendous sensational first round as Hearns gets hurt. Hearns got stunned.
This
Oh,
week,
wow.
we're
They hit
hosting
me
a
with the
free
commercial
trading and
in the middle
investing
of
They're
the
like,
workshop
you're not
right
about to
here in
enjoy
Atlanta.
this for free.
Inside
the-
So you're gonna have to
Hagler
give
was
us some of
early
your
in the
time.
round. Great first round. Incredible.
Perhaps one of the best in middleweight history.
Yeah, that insane. That was an insane first
Isn't it
round.
weird what he just said? He said the best in middleweight history,
Yeah.
not heavyweight.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the guy. Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Yeah, Marvin had never seen a pace like that before either, not in the first round.
He never had an ass beat like that.
No,
Right.
not
He never had an ass beat like that.
sparring.
May not be as much of a
Yeah.
problem. As we look at it, that was where it came, I believe, from that uppercut from
Yeah,
Tommy
they
Hearns.
were
That
really
was
fighting.
early in the round,
Like
but
this is
now
the
later,
boxing I missed. This is the
Marvin
boxing
Hagler
I grew
digging
up
to the
with.
body and throwing a right
Like
hook.
I
But
missed this
most of that
boxing.
round is, in fact, all of it
Same
was
here.
southpaw.
Folks
He
were
took the
actually
action to Hearns,
fighting.
a surprise early.
Well, the first round lived up to all the hype, and then some. Round two now.
Oh.
The club. Left hand by Hagler.
They said this
No,
fight
Hagler
was
started that
determined
one
on
off. He's
heart
like, you're not
and
about
the
to.
good
Oh, yeah.
chin. Right now, that's
He,
exactly
you know,
what's
when
being
Hearns
determined on. Both
opened
men
him
have been
up,
hurt.
that made Hagler very mad.
You could throw the strategy out
You
the
could
window.
tell he
Well,
didn't know
how
how
long
quick
the
that
right
fight
got
would go
opened
either.
up.
He had to.
BD, what round is this right here?
Wild first round.
Where you got it showing?
Hearns again trying to
Oh,
uppercut.
round
Is this
two.
the third round?
This
Round
is the
two?
second round. Round two.
Okay.
Hearns trying
You know,
to
this
box,
is a short fight. This is a
moving,
very
moving,
short fight.
slipping
This
off the
didn't
rope,
last long.
coming back
I
and
think it
trying
was
to land
3
that
rounds
right.
total.
So I thought we were getting close to the end.
They are
Yeah, Hagler won this fight. He knocked Hearns out. But here it come right here.
Off balance. His foot was stepped on. Not close to a
Hagler,
knockdown.
excuse me, Al. Hagler turns righty. I think this could be a key moment in this fight.
Yeah, Hagler, again, he's one of my favorite middleweights of all time.
This round sort of the way
He was
people
tough.
anticipate the first round.
He could actually box. He could brawl with you. He had power in both hands. Like, Hagler was a well-tooled machine.
Hagler,
He really ain't have a whole bunch of holes in his game. To me. What do you think, Tim? Do you think Hagler had holes in his game that he could have improved on?
If I were to call it a hole, I would say he lacked athleticism against some of the guys he fought, like Willie Monroe Sr. and Sugar Ray. They were better athletes than him. Athletically, there were some things he could have done to improve, but he was such a gritty fighter. His style is subscribed to athleticism. But when you fight an athlete that's a skilled fighter, there's always going to be a little bit of an issue there.
That right jab.
Yeah, I just remember his power though. The man power was uncanny, and he had power in both his hands, so he could knock you out with either hand.
The issue with a fight like this is you don't see the athleticism mismatches because Hearns is taller, so it's going to be harder to keep his feet from under him, which you see a lot of fighters tall fighters get stanky legged easily because they don't have a stronger base. Their feet are too wide.
You don't see too many middleweights with Hearns' height anymore either. A lot of these fighters have become a lot shorter.
Yeah,
Hearns was
you
like
got
6
Sebastian
something, 6'3",
Fundora.
6'3".
You got
Hagler comes back to the right or left, and another right.
6 foot. You had Paul Williams, but even he was at welterweight, kind of slowly moving up. Yeah, you don't. No, it's kind of rare.
Hagler throws low blows. Marvin Hagler wants to turn this into an alley war, and he's done it. Another low blow. Richard Steele may take points away soon, but will it matter?
Yeah, I just love the brawling aspect of this fight, man. Like, they were getting it in. You can't see these kind of fights in today's boxing because the referee would have been tried to stop this. They don't just let folks just go out and fight anymore.
You got to put up there.
See, Emmanuel's yelling at him. He's like, "Stop fucking with this dude, man."
And Bob, if you're still in here, man, this is how me and you gonna look when we get in the ring. It's gonna be Hagler Hearns, just with blindfolds, guys swinging all crazy, looking crazy.
And the Petronelli's good cut men. Goody and Pat have done an excellent job on the cuts of Hagler. What a shock that man initiated this war right from the beginning. And you know what? I thought he would do well
as he said, this was a whole war.
He may stay at that.
Again,
I'm glad you brought this up, Ryan. It made me think about these old fights, man. You took me all the way back with this.
He wants it to be a street fight. Listen, Marvin
This was a
Hagler
brilliant
has been
idea.
rough inside. He's thrown some low blows. He has thrown some elbows.
Don't push.
But you know what? Now the right is getting there, but it's not hurting Hagler. We've got our answer, I think, to some extent. Tommy has been hard pressed to hurt him with that right. Stunned him early.
Yeah, see, Hearns was supposed to turn into a boxer after round 3.
Yeah.
That's what he messed up at. He continued trying to brawl with Hagler when he was just supposed to box at this point. You got the height advantage, you got the reach advantage. You're supposed to make Hagler chase you around.
You can even see it in this slow-mo. His feet are too wide apart. This is why he gets caught. He's not under. He don't have his feet under him. Against a power puncher, he don't have to land flush to really rock you.
Right.
But Marvin has been able to
Hey, BD.
and when Marvin gets to the corner, he is roughhousing him well.
Pause it for a second,
Again,
please.
Hagler is all bloodied. Time is called by Richard Steele to send Hagler over to the ring doctor.
What you got, Ryan?
All this changed when the promoters took more power and money. It was not the same after all this. The promoters like Don King,
Bob Arum.
right? It was never the same. My dad taught me that. He said, "Watch this right here," and I would think back. Okay, that was not the same fight as before. What changed? Money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They would slack off, didn't have the same energy, I'm like, what? Is it fake, Dad? He said, no, it ain't fake. No, they're still fighting. They just don't have the same motivation as they did before. Wow.
No. And the money has changed a lot of stuff. This back in these days, they weren't getting millions and millions of dollars.
They sure weren't. It's never heard of. It was never heard of.
Even heard of.
No.
Matter of fact, I think the Leonard Hagler shit was the first real super fight. Like that was on pay-per-view, like that.
Oh yeah.
That was the first real super fight I remember growing up that they actually were trying to make people pay for. To see.
Yeah, once the networks got involved and you had, all these sport networks and ABC and HBO and all them got involved, they said, shit, we can make a killing off of this. We can make them do whatever they want us to do. We'll just make them tap dance for us,
Right. And I miss Wild World of Sports. ABC Wild World of Sports.
I never missed
it. That was
shit.
Shit, I never missed it, man. And then
I miss Wild World of Sports because you had all of the good fights on ABC Wild World of Sports.
With a wild left hand.
But yeah, this is the greatest 3-round fight I've ever seen, where they just fought the entire 3 rounds.
Burns appears rubbery. He appeared that way in the second round.
Richard Steele is breaking these fighters very quickly. That's uncharacteristic of him. It's hurting Hagler because he wants to work inside. Carnes is smiling, but he's taking shots.
We just getting into a little boxing history. We was talking about the Stevenson's fight and the Zayas fight.
Burns is down in the third round.
And he's out.
Yeah, he was out.
I don't believe.
Yeah, he was out. Listen, Hagler hit hard, bro.
They've got to stop this fight.
Does he get up? He just does no. He can't continue.
Yeah, Hagler hit hard.
Blood, no doubt, impeding his vision, stopping him in the third round.
Hagler hit hard. Hagler wasn't playing those games.
Very far, but it was a beauty.
And it was a beauty. I agree with that.
And that so reminds me of some of the clips from Coming to America.
Yeah.
In the barbershop,
part.
Yeah.
Those were the good old days of
100
boxing.
years old. What you talking about? Rocky Graciano.
Right.
Yeah, that boxing that I grew up with, I missed that kind of boxing.
Same here, BD.
Folks just went in the ring and fought.
And I remember when Tyson came up, man. Man, HBO jumped all over it, man. Vegas and my dad would say, all right, we'll just see how this goes. And my dad already had an idea. He's they're just using him. They're just using him. They don't give a shit about him. They're just gonna let him get pummeled to death, set him up to lose, and that'll be the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened.
The thing about Tyson was when he was young, these fights weren't lasting 1 or 2 rounds. All of his fights were only lasting 1 and 2 rounds. He was knocking folks out in 10, 15 seconds. Yeah.
83 seconds.
Yeah. Well, he did Michael Spinks like that, right? He knocked him out in like 80 seconds or something like that.
Bad.
Yeah.
He did Mitch Green like that. I think he did.
Mitch Green. Oh my God! You got to show that sometime, man.
Yeah, Mitch Green thing.
That was embarrassing.
It was, but yeah, the young Mike Tyson wasn't nothing to be played with, especially when he came down with and he hit you with
peekaboo.
Yeah, and then he hit you with that uppercut. Mike Tyson probably had the greatest uppercut ever.
Oh my God, it's incredible.
Yeah, Mike Tyson uppercut was like no other. Like his uppercut was like no other. His uppercut was definitely wiring your jaw.
Yeah.
5'10", 220 is a terrible, terrible figure to fight in a boxing ring. That's compact muscle all the way around.
Yeah, and
it's like a running back.
All muscle. He was in such good shape. Tyson,
his neck.
Yeah.
He had a 20-inch neck, man.
Well, shit, he was a commodity. He was just a commodity. Don King latched on his ass, and oh man, I'm gonna make a killing off him and throw him away, and that's what he did.
Oh no, I was saying he did Leon Spinks dirt, not Leon Spinks, Michael Spinks.
Michael's brother.
Michael Spinks. He knocked him out in like 80 seconds or something like that. It was quick.
Yeah, I thought it was like 83, but yeah. It was embarrassing. I mean, his damn legs went out from underneath him like he didn't know what the hell he was doing. He was trying to ride a bicycle that wasn't there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like the Tyson stuff. Yeah, Tyson, man. The only problem Tyson really had is that he never learned how to box. He just relied solely on his power and trying to knock folks out. And then Buster Douglas ended all that.
Oh, he damn sure did.
Yeah, he exposed Mike Tyson. And, you know, Tyson was never the same after that.
Never.
And, you know, Buster Douglas, to be honest, was a bum. Buster Douglas wasn't
he was
fighter.
middle of the road, wasn't he? Yeah, he was middle of the road.
He wasn't no great fighter.
Yeah, because they tried to make his video game after that, and then they tried to match him up with all those guys.
Never came back. Yeah, never came back.
You can hear me? My shit's messed up. What the hell?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, let me go out and come back in because my camera ain't on now.
All right.
You know what, BD?
Yes, sir.
I ain't trying to tell you how to run your show, but if you occasionally played one or two or maybe three clips of some the classics.
Oh yeah, I could do that. I listen. I'm a boxing head.
Not just boxing. It's football. Green score touchdowns. Weird shit that happened. It's that kind of shit. But I tell you what, the boxing stuff is the highlights. It's just something. It's something that the young people that are tuning in to you. Oh, let me see what this is about. BD Sports. What's this about? Let me show you how it used to be compared to today. You make your own choice.
I got something you might like, Ryan. Let me show this to you. Since we talking about clips, I got a clip of one of the greatest runs I ever seen in life. Give me one. Play it for you because this is one of the greatest runs I've ever seen in life, not just in football, but in life.
Because a lot of these other, these young people only think they just know UFC and all that. That's all they know.
Okay, let me share this for y'all real quick.
Go ahead.
I'm about to share it to you.
And Pride used to be better than the UFC back in the day.
Right.
Absolutely.
You tell me this is not one of the greatest runs you will ever see in life.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Dorsett. That's Dorsett.
That's Tony. That's Tony.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not a Cowboy. I'm not a Cowboy fan, but Tony Dorsett was definitely one of my favorite players. Tony Dorsett was the man.
Well, they had a great quarterback then too, and
Well, I mean, they have their quarterback for that particular game was Danny White. I don't think Danny White was
absolutely.
I don't think he was a great quarterback. I don't think you could compare him to Roger Staubach.
Oh, absolutely.
I think Danny White was serviceable.
Yeah, he didn't have
Danny White was serviceable. I don't think he was great.
Yeah, he was effective at the time. He was effective.
Now, I will say this: he was a really good punter. He was a better punter than he was a quarterback. No, Danny White was a great punter. He really was. I just think he was a better punter than he was a quarterback.
I just don't remember him for that. But
so was Randall Cunningham.
What, a better punter than quarterback? Nah, I don't agree with that. I think Randall Cunningham was a way better quarterback
punt in NFL history.
I know he do, but I don't think he was. It was a wind-aided punt, though. His 99-yard punt was aided by the wind, and it rolled about 20 freaking yards.
And you know what? You're using that's called IQ. You're using that.
Hell, I remember John Elway used to pooch punt.
John Elway, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he used to pooch punt on fourth downs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a lost art. Most quarterbacks don't know how to punt anymore. I mean, I think the last quarterback I seen who could punt, his name was Tom Tupa. Y'all remember him? He used to play for the Phoenix Cardinals.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
No, Brady
the
had
last
one.
qu-
Brady had one. Tom Brady did
Yeah,
it
but
too.
Tupa could actually punt for real.
Oh yeah,
Like
Tupa could punt.
he
Though.
was a
No,
real
Tupa was
punter.
legit. Yeah,
He
he
was
could
a legit
punt.
punter.
Who was the punter that punted barefooted? Do you remember that, BD?
Ooh.
He punted barefooted. Timothy, I can pull it up.
Yeah.
No, he
Tupa could
actually
actually
punted
punt.
barefooted.
Punt barefoot punter. Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tom Tupa could actually punt for real. Like he wasn't I think he was more a punter than he was a quarterback.
My dad told me about that. He said, look at this guy. He punts barefooted. And I'm going to say Cleveland Browns, but I could be wrong.
You got to have a tough foot to do that, man.
Yeah, the punt barefoot. Yeah, that's rough.
Well, this is back in the
I remember there used to be field goal kickers that used to kick field goals barefooted.
That's different.
I remember that.
You're hitting the top of your foot, where all the nerves are at the top of your foot.
I'm going to say Cleveland Browns, but I might be off a little bit.
Oh, Jim Miller. They says Jim Miller.
Jim Brown.
No, Jim Miller.
Jim Miller, I'm sorry. Okay. 49ers. Wolfpack got it. 49ers. See? I didn't make that
there was a few kickers I remember that used to kick barefooted. Matter of fact, there was one on the New England Patriots. I can't think
Jim
of
Miller.
his name.
Thank you, Wolfpack.
There was a few. Tony Franklin, I think his name was. He was kicking barefooted. One of the Barr brothers. It wasn't Matt Barr. It might have been remember, it was three of them.
Oh, I said Jim Brown.
That last name was Barr.
Matt Josh, and there was another one.
Yeah, it was three of them, but one of them used to kick
kind of
barefoot.
like the Berry brothers in the NBA.
Rich Carlos, who used to play for the Broncos, he used to kick barefooted too.
Yeah, Denver. Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't see that anymore. I haven't seen that in the NFL in 30 years. A barefooted kicker.
Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, not in this day and age. It's too much technology.
Because they don't heat the balls up anymore.
Equipment.
They don't warm the balls up anymore.
24-35, man. Seattle wins, man.
Nah, I got Seattle 27-17.
I just not got the Jumanji told me.
I think the fix is in. I think the
fix is in. Jumanji told me. That's what it is.
I don't think.
I think they're going to try and make Belichick look bad. I think they're
by trying to get New England to win.
Yeah, because they could say they won without.
Yeah,
Belichick.
that's what. Yeah, but that don't mean that. They just.
Yeah, I don't think that mean anything either.
Yeah, I don't think.
How do you not got for the Hall of Fame?
I see what you're saying. No, I see what you're saying, Tim, because it could make it seem like that, but how would that don't mean nothing. You know what
Zach's in Seattle. That's where Zach is. He's in Seattle. So
right, he's in Washington State, right?
Yeah.
What's up? So
his whole thing with the whole Jesuit thing and all that, that's just a crock of crap. I don't think the Vatican got anything to do with NFL football, but that's just me.
They do with high school football. They did for a while.
Hell.
The archdiocese had control of high school football, but that was all a private school thing. That wasn't a conspiracy. That was like legit. All the Catholic private schools were getting all the top rankings. Modern Day, St. John Bosco. That's not a conspiracy though. That's just they just running shit. They had the best players.
Right. And Notre Dame's still pretty good.
Okay, I tell you,
they got one college left.
Okay,
they got a little bit of influence over.
It's gonna be 20-33. Seattle wins, right? Lakers, you know what I'm saying? Their season's over with. You know what I'm saying?
Why is that?
Retired. Luka got hurt.
Luka just had a hell of a game the other night.
Oh, Luka?
Yeah.
Luka got an ankle sprain.
Yeah, he got hurt.
Does? Oh, I saw him balling out the other night.
I'll be back up in a little bit. I'm trying to give me some rest. If not, I gotta go prepare for you know what I mean. But appreciate you for having me up.
For sure, Skywalker. You take it easy, bro.
Later, man.
And try to fix that when you get the chance.
All right.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Look at it. Check it.
All right.
Listen. What the hell is it saying? Your recommended you stay in studio until all recording have
I got that same thing.
What
I got
the
the
hell
same
is this?
thing.
What is this doing?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
You talking about the
All right.
screen recording thing at the bottom, right?
Yeah, underneath
Yeah.
you're in the show.
Kick
But
me
that's
out.
for
Yeah.
you, BD.
Kick
That's
me-
for who's
no,
doing the
hey, kick me
recording.
out the studio, all the way out the studio.
I think that's just for whoever is initiating
It'll
the
still come
recording.
back.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think there's just a StreamYard thing.
Yeah, that's for you, BD. I believe.
Oh, okay. It says it's an upload for local recordings. I got to turn that off because I'm not trying to record anything. I think they just did that. You know, when you get the page StreamYard, they put that on there. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? But I had to go turn that off. I didn't even realize it was on, for real. Because I
I'm
don't
not
have
excited
no-
about the Super Bowl this year, bro. I don't
Yeah,
even
me
really
neither.
care who went.
Me
I don't
neither.
even know if I'm gonna
I don't
really
have a
watch it
dog
like
in
that.
the race. I'm gonna watch
New
it
England
because
could
it's the
barely
Super
beat
Bowl.
Denver. They didn't even have a quarterback. How are they supposed to win? And if they win, I know it's fixed. Denver
Yeah, I
came
think
out with
Seattle's
that
a
backup,
better
bro.
team.
They're
Yeah, I
definitely
think
the better
Seattle's
team.
the better team,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they should win.
Definitely the better team. Quietly all
Yeah.
year too. Nobody was even really talking about him like that.
Listen, I'm one of the ones that was hating on
You
Seattle
called it.
because you know I didn't trust Sam Darnold in the playoff game, but Sam Darnold has
Yeah.
effectively proven me wrong. He
Yeah.
proved me wrong. So kudos to
He's
Sam
a young kid
Darnold.
too, right? Isn't he like 23?
Yeah, he got drafted in 2019. This is only
Yeah.
year 5 to sit Sam Darnold. Year 6.
Yeah. So he might have 4 years till they're done with him.
I mean,
Well, if they keep winning, he's gonna stay there.
he's gonna stay. I mean, there's no reason to get rid of him if
And
he can
it's
just
not
rattle
like
off
he don't
12,
got the
13 years of
receivers like
wins a year.
Smith Nigba. He's top 5 receivers right now in the whole league.
And he got a good running back too.
Smith-Njigba.
Oh,
Right.
I'm not
Kenneth
going
Walker
nowhere.
III. I watched Kenneth
I'm not
Walker
going
III. He played for Michigan State. Like Kenneth Walker
Yep.
III, get right.
Yeah,
He's very underrated. He's very, very underrated. Like Kenneth Walker III, he's a beast. Yeah, I think Seattle just got a better team now. I'm not saying New England don't got pieces. Like Stephon Diggs can still play. I think Matt Collins will make a couple of plays, and Drake May is a good quarterback. But I think overall, I think Seattle just the better team, and they
So
should win this game.
So Biddy, you're giving them you're giving them a 10 point
10
a 10
points.
point
Yeah,
stretch.
yeah.
Easily.
I think Seattle
I say
by
6.
10.
I say 6. I'm saying 6. I told you that last time. I'm giving them 6.
Yeah, I'll give them 10 because I don't know if New England defense is gonna hold up. I think Seattle defense will hold up. I don't know if New England defense is gonna hold up, but we're gonna see it. It's gonna be an interesting game. But you know, I'm having a hard time trying to get up for it because I don't care about neither one of these teams. I've never been a Patriot fan. I hate the Patriots, so I don't care about New England at all. Period. And,
You hate them working Dallas? You hate them working Dallas?
No.
Of course you don't.
I'm never gonna hate anybody more than I hate the teams in my division.
What a bad.
Yeah, listen, it's not just Cowboy hate. I have Eagle hate and Commander hate too. So
I hate no team. I ain't a team out there I hate. That's weird.
yeah, it's it's a division thing. I'm not supposed to like the teams in my division.
You know, I used to like Denver Broncos.
Did you? Listen, I ain't never have a problem with the Denver Broncos. Listen, I was a big John Elway fan.
Yeah.
Like I thought John Elway was the man.
Yeah. Well, we know how that went, so I don't hate them.
Well, here's the thing: the Broncos haven't really had a real quarterback since John Elway. I mean, they had Peyton Manning for
but I don't hate
the
them.
tail end of his career. They had Peyton Manning for 2-3 years, but I don't really count that because it was only 2-3 years.
It was only 2. Right.
Right. So, like, they haven't. But Bo Nix, though, he did perform in that playoff game. Give him credit. He had a great playoff game, Bo Nix, before he got hurt. He really did. He was eating Buffalo alive.
Yeah.
He really was. He was picking Buffalo apart.
Mm.
And the Bills, they got enough. I knew McDermott was gonna get fired once they lost that game.
It wasn't his
I knew
fault.
his
It
head
wasn't his
was
fault.
gonna roll. No, it wasn't his fault. That was on the defense. Like you
I
put
think
up
it was
30
on Josh
points, you're
Allen.
supposed
You
to
can't
win.
have two,
Oh
three
yeah,
turnovers
4
there.
turnovers. You can't have 4 turnovers and win a playoff game. I don't care who you are. You could be Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I
You
agree
have 4
with that.
turnovers in a
That's
playoff
unheard
game,
of.
you're gonna lose.
That's unheard of.
Yeah, 4 turnovers in a playoff game,
Hey,
and you're the quarterback.
Nah,
Yeah, the
that's never
quarterback
happened.
having
It
4
ain't never happened.
turnovers. Yeah, you can't be the quarterback. The quarterback can have 4 turnovers and expect to win. You
Hell,
just
Terry
can't.
Bradshaw couldn't even pull that off back in his
No.
prime.
Right.
Nah,
And you know what? People don't give Terry Bradshaw the credit I think he
I
aptly
do.
deserves.
I do.
Like, I think Terry Bradshaw is top 10 easy.
You ever seen You ever seen the movie North Dallas 40?
No,
Yeah.
I
Watch it.
haven't.
Tim. Okay,
It's called
that's
North
about him. That's
Dallas
about him.
40.
North Dallas
40.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's about Terry Bradshaw. Timothy knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
The
never
whole
heard
damn
of it.
movie
I'll
was
go
about
check
Terry
it out.
Gary
Bradshaw.
Busey played him. I think Gary Busey
Absolutely,
played him. Yeah.
absolutely. USC, absolutely.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
and then
Terry
he got.
Bradshaw definitely
Oh man,
top 10 quarterbacks in my opinion. But he gets the bad rap of being anchored to the steel curtain defense. But I still
well,
think
he came from Pittsburgh. He was
yeah,
Pittsburgh Pirate.
I'm
That's where
saying,
it
but
started.
I think without the defense, he would have still won a couple of Super Bowls
I
with
don't know
that
about that.
offense.
I don't know.
With that offense,
I don't know.
he could have won a couple of Super Bowls. You got 2
Uh,
Hall of Fame wide receivers and a Hall of Fame running back. You had
Yeah.
Franco Harris, Lynn Swann, and John Stallworth. They could have got 2 rings out of them despite the defense. In my opinion.
Maybe.
I don't know.
That's just my personal opinion.
I don't know.
People, they always talk about Pittsburgh's defense, where their offense was just as fucking good.
Yeah, it was Franco and Lynn. Yeah, they were legit. Those guys were
Yeah,
legit
their
Hall of
offense
Famers.
was legit.
I mean, you both know when Bradshaw left Pittsburgh and went to Dallas. I mean, it was really on between the rival. I mean, it was like, oh shit, Bradshaw's
Yeah.
playing for Dallas now.
Right.
And
And
those
mind
were
you, he beat
classic
the
games.
Cowboys twice in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Bradshaw.
yeah.
And mind you, these were 2, well, maybe not the first Dallas Super Bowl, but that second Dallas team that they beat in the Super Bowl, that was a stacked Dallas team.
That was a stacked team.
That was
team
a
loaded.
stacked team. That had Pearson, Dorsett, Tony
Yeah.
Hill, Harvey
Yeah,
Martin,
absolutely.
Randy White,
Absolutely.
Charlie Waters. What's this dude name? Cliff
Yeah, we had
Harris.
Bubba. We had Bubba, Big Bubba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too Tall Jones. Like that Dallas team was stacked.
1984, I think it was.
Nah, this was 79. The second time
79?
that they played it in the Super Bowl.
Oh, the second time. Okay.
Yeah, the second time. It was 79. And that Dallas team, that 79 team was stacked. You got Hall of Famers up and down the board, that
And
Dallas
you
team.
still hate them. Weird. You hate them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Stop
just can't. I
Stop.
can't do the Cowboys, man. I can't. Not as
Stop.
a Giant fan. I got
Stop.
too many memories of Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith running all over my boys, man. I just
How did you
can't
feel
do
about the Houston Oilers at the time when they were
Now,
still Houston Oilers?
I love the Houston Oilers. Don't you
Yeah.
know
Warren Moon.
Don't you know Earl Campbell, one of my favorite players?
Timothy knows.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Warren Moon was great, but he wasn't Earl
Warren
Campbell.
was the man.
Yeah.
He wasn't Earl
Man,
Campbell.
I've got a signed card by him from my dad's
Warren
brother.
Moon
got
was
to
the
me.
man, though.
Oh,
And that
absolutely.
the run and shoot offense that they used to run in the early 90s, that was hard to stop.
Yeah.
It was hard to stop them boys. And
Yeah.
Warren Moon, he was a great quarterback.
He
And
damn
Should
sure
have came to
was.
the NFL
and he
earlier.
wasn't the prototypical black quarterback.
No, he
In
sure wasn't.
terms of,
No.
he running around and all that. Warren
The
Moon was a
CFL
pure
photos
pocket
went out
passer.
there.
Yeah.
If he didn't go
Warren
to the
Moon
CFL,
couldn't run.
he would have had I think he would have had a Super Bowl or two. I really do.
Yeah,
I
it's just
agree.
the
I
Houston
agree.
teams he had never had a defense. It's just
No.
like Marino could have had a couple of Super Bowls too if the Dolphins would have ever had a defense. It's just,
Yeah.
the Dolphins just could never give him a defense to run with.
Yeah,
And look how long it
He
took
was so
John
good.
Elway to get his Super Bowls. Denver don't win them Super Bowls. People forget Denver had a great defense. Them 2 Super Bowl teams.
Yeah.
This is a defense that had Atwater, Smith, freaking Neil Smith.
Bill,
Yeah,
Romanowski.
they had a defense. Romanowski, yeah, they had a real defense. Them 2 Denver Super Bowl teams. Because defense win championships at the end of the day.
It does.
I don't care what nobody say. Defense win championships. You're not going to win a Super. I think the only Super Bowl team I've seen win with just offense was the greatest show on turf Rams. Now their defense was
wait a
just
minute though.
mediocre.
They had a good secondary
best.
though. They had a
they did.
Williams back there. They had a good
Yeah,
secondary.
Archuleta. Yeah, they had a secondary, but overall their defense was just okay. They weren't a great defense. They were borderline good, but they weren't great.
Right.
It was more of an offensive
New England
team.
fits that category too. That bend don't break, get turnovers when we need it, kind of thing. New England kind of can swims in there a little bit too.
Which iteration of New England? The first 3 or
the second half? The second half.
The second half.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because that first half, that team had a defense. That team
Brown
had Ty Law and Richard
Troy Brown.
Yeah, Troy Brown was playing safety
Absolutely.
and receiver, and he was playing kick returner too, or punt returner.
He was.
Troy Brown was underrated, bro.
Oh shit, absolutely, man.
I think so. I think Troy Brown one of the most underrated football players ever to play. I tell you another football player, in my opinion, this might be a little too old for y'all, but if y'all remember Billy Sims, he was the running back for the Detroit Lions. Like Billy Sims was that guy, bro. Like Billy Sims was that guy. And people don't talk about him, but Billy Sims, he was the man, bro. Like he got all the way right. And nobody talks about him. Nobody talks about him.
He had like 3 or 4 touchdowns in one game.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, Billy Sims was the man.
I remember Mel Gray only because of Tecmo Bowl. I used to use Mel Gray.
Mel Gray, wow.
Yeah.
I used to play Tecmo Bowl too, man. Tecmo Bowl, that was one of my favorite games for Nintendo growing up. I used to have to blow on the cartridge and go
put that thing in and be boom, boom, boom,
and put that thing in, play with it a little bit, and then your Tecmo. But you know, Bo Jackson was the cheat code for Tecmo.
Him and Barry Sanders. If you used either one of those teams, you could get 400 yards a game easy.
Listen, Barry Sanders, you could run the ball all the way back to the goal line and then run all the way forward and score. Like that's how crazy they made Barry Sanders and Bo Jackson. Like them guys was unstoppable in the video.
I used to use the Giants though, because of Otis Anderson and Mark Bavaro on that little slant. I used to use the Giants to eat people.
But it was the defense for the Giants. Like they had Lawrence Taylor. Couldn't block Lawrence Taylor.
Carl Banks.
They made Lawrence Taylor so crazy you could not pop Lawrence Taylor. And I didn't care who you had.
I used him for field goal blocking. So I would
me too. Me too. Because he was so fast. Yeah. Like the Giants was impossible to kick a field goal. It was impossible to kick a field goal on the Giants with Lawrence Taylor right there. Impossible. Because he was so fast coming off the line, he run into your the holder before you even get the kickoff. He was at the holder already.
Man.
Yeah, it was a cheat code. Lawrence Taylor was a cheat code.
You know, I remember when New Orleans Saints had a damn good team. I don't know what happened. They won Super Bowl and it just fizzled out.
Yeah, they had a great defense. They had Pat Swellen and Ricky Jackson and Sam Mills. They had a great defense.
They sure did.
The quarterback was their issue. Bobby Hebert wasn't the guy. That was the issue, was the quarterback. They never had the quarterback because Bobby Hebert wasn't it. But they had
he
defense.
Getting hit after hit after hit after hit.
He took a pounding, Brian. Yeah. Bobby Hebert, he took a pounding.
He damn sure
pounding. Phil Simms too. Phil Simms got beat up a lot, bro.
That's where Jeff Hostetler became a hero. Jeff Hostetler was never supposed to be there like that.
No.
It was supposed to be Phil Simms' team.
Yeah, But he got hurt in week 12, and then Jeff Hostetler came and he rescued the Giants. Let's give him credit for a backup.
Hey.
For him to do what he did as a backup, he deserves a lot of credit for that. Jeff Hostetler. He do. Now, he's never going to be a Hall of Fame guy. Hell, I think Phil Simms is a borderline Hall of Fame guy, in my opinion.
Barely.
He's borderline.
Yeah.
Borderline. I don't think Phil Simms is ever going to get in, though.
It's going to take a while.
And speaking of that, the Hall of Fame stuff, what do y'all think
Wait
about
till he dies.
What do y'all think about Bill Belichick being denied first ballot Hall of Fame?
I was just fixing to ask you that, man.
It's personal.
I think it's absurd.
I think it's political. I think it's political because he's friends with Trump. He's friends with Trump.
Yeah.
That's just
it's stupid, is what I think.
I
think it's dumb.
It shouldn't matter, but it's true.
Not when you have 8 Super Bowl rings. I don't care who your friends are. The Hall of Fame was supposed to be about what you did on the field. And on the field, you have 8 Super Bowl rings. If that's not first ballot, then nobody is first ballot. There is no coach that's first ballot if Bill Belichick is not first ballot. There is no coach. There is none.
What they're saying is Bill Polian pretty much influenced a bunch of people not to vote for him, the old Colts owner.
You are correct.
He's always had it against him. So he's like, all right.
Because the Colts could never get past New England. That's why.
Yeah, one time.
Yeah, right.
Past New England.
How long ago was that?
Yeah, years ago, almost 20 years ago.
2006, yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, they couldn't never get past New England.
What a mess.
Yeah, still to hold him out, you understand what I'm saying? With 8 Super Bowl rings is retarded. Like that's crazy. But the only issue I have with the Belichick thing is we ain't hear all of this vitriol for Terrell Owens, who was also a first ballot Hall of Famer in my opinion.
Man.
We didn't, and again, let me tell you another player that goes under the radar.
He played for my boys. Now that's not glaze over that.
I understand, but listen, no, T.O. was a great receiver, and he deserved to be.
He damn sure was. He damn sure was.
They didn't put him into his third try, which was absurd.
That was crazy.
Now I tell you another guy who's floating under the radar who should have been first ballot too, Adam Vinatieri. How you don't put 100% the GOAT kicker?
Yeah,
in the Hall of Fame at the first ballot. He's the GOAT kicker, not just any kicker, the GOAT kicker. How he don't get in on the first ballot? And he got 4 Super Bowl rings and 2 game-winning field goals in the Super Bowl with 2 different teams.
Yeah.
How he don't get in on the first ballot is insane. Insane.
Well, the powers that be,
Yeah, I think the powers that be need to be replaced, Ryan. I think
agree.
It's time to get rid of all of these writers and replace them.
I've always said that. Yeah, I've always said that.
Can I get 3 books?
Yeah, I think it's time to get rid of them all.
Credibility when these are the people that are making the backroom decisions. It's now people are going to stop watching all of the big major pro sports. It's going to be all about college sports. It's where all the money is in individual sports like track, wrestling, boxing, MMA. Those are going to be the sports that grow because it's less politics there. Like even if it is politics and boxing, we're choosing who gets to compete. Like, okay, you can kind of freeze certain people out based on certain things. I'm okay with that on a business sense, but on the team sports, when you get too political, it's too obvious.
It just gets too much, man.
I'm sick of
you said, it's so obvious what they're doing.
Yeah, you deny a man 8 Super Bowl rings first ballot because you feel a way about him personally. I think is bullshit, and it tarnishes the whole Hall of Fame. Every other person that gets in after that is going to be tarnished now because.
Well, he just turns everybody off. That's about shit. Yeah. I'm done with this. I'm done.
And the NFL didn't need this. They need good.
No,
they did not need this at all.
And it's the same thing with Major League Baseball too. You letting cheaters in the Hall of Fame.
And NASCAR.
Yeah.
NASCAR kind of shut herself in the ass,
Right.
I mean,
I did a whole stream on the NASCAR stuff too.
Get up there on camera.
Mm-hmm, with
all
the lawsuit with Jordan and all
yeah,
that stuff. I did a whole stream
Fuck,
about that.
man.
But yeah, the NASCAR, yeah.
yeah.
But they
I'm
starting to
done.
get it together though. NASCAR's actually starting to change.
I can't wait for that Saudi Arabia racetrack, the one that goes up like a bunch of.
Do you?
They got
I
this.
saw that. I didn't know if that was
Dude,
real.
that's gonna be
Yeah,
sick.
that's
I didn't know if
crazy.
that was real.
Yeah.
Nah, it's
Oh
real.
yeah.
They building it, and it's gonna be crazy.
The
when it
Saudis
get
want
done.
everything. They want everything. They want wrestling. They want boxing. They want they want everything because they
Yeah.
see that there's nobody's managing it right, and they have the money. They're like, well, if you don't like playing sports over here, and it's too political, come over here. We'll take care of you.
Right, and we're gonna pay you top dollar. Yeah, they into everything. They done got tennis, golf,
Mhm.
WWE. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, they getting into everything. The Saudis,
What about
the
boxing?
women's basketball.
Yeah,
too.
they own it. That's the Turkey Al Sheikh. He's the one that's been put the Shakur fight together. He's been the Crawford Canelo. That was him. He's done everything in the last 3 years that you've seen has been Saudi. Like on the
Goddamn,
major
BD,
boxing
you
level.
gonna have to cover all this shit now, ain't you?
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to, but like trying to get snippets on the Saudis. That's kind of hard to do, like online, because they don't have information about these people online like that.
You got to know
That'd be the
somebody to know
issue.
somebody to talk about them.
Yeah,
Well,
because
BD's got
trying to
connections.
look them
He's
up
got connections.
online is kind of hard.
He'll get it done.
Yeah, I've been working on it though.
Well, I ain't
Trying-
watching sports nowhere else but here. I mean, I watch highlights on Fox Sports and to an extent, but shit, I'll come over here.
I appreciate that. And
Yeah.
for all y'all that's and for all y'all that's in the chat in the vertical, I appreciate y'all coming, like, share, and subscribe, and definitely subscribe. The Cash App.
Why are
on the
they
bottom of
watching the
screen.
vertical?
Yeah, you got guys on the vertical. That's why I do both streams.
Okay.
The
And it's
ones
somewhere
that
here.
like the vertical YouTube stream.
Yeah, that's weird.
You got guys on that too, other than the stream
Yeah, but
yard. Like, share,
But it looks
subscribe.
weird. It's
It
hard
does
to
look
type.
weird. It's for cell phones particular. It's for people who just want to be on their cell phone and don't want to be on the laptop or the computer.
Well, they're
The
missing
vertical.
out. They're missing out.
Yeah, they missing out, but it is. But some people like the vertical stuff better because some people are more, more in tune with their cell phones than they are, being on the computer.
Mm.
But yeah, like, share, subscribe, y'all. The Cash App at the bottom of the screen. Y'all want to support the channel? Let's go, man. I got about 20 more minutes before I got to go cook for my baby. So
Yeah, I'm about the same for some dinner, man. I've had a long weekend. Good weekend, but long. Like I said, I want to bring you some more UFC updates here soon in a few
yeah,
weeks.
man, I
know
take
I'm
all
going
the
back out to
exclusives.
Vegas.
I got to get an exclusive thing that says exclusive. One of them.
Yeah, well,
air
I'm
horn
trying to
things.
get one of my my friends on the show. I'll trying to get him to do an interview. He's super cool. He'll let you interview him. So I just
yeah,
gotta
that
work
would be
out.
great to get an inside
then-
track to the UFC stuff. That would be awesome, Tim. That would be.
And what I would
absolutely
love
awesome.
to do, BD, is if you do a Saturday show. Sometimes I go to the Performance Institute on Saturdays. I would love
Right.
to go live with you from the PI while I'm there because you don't know who you're gonna see in the background. It could be anybody. Jamal
could be
Hill,
anybody.
Dominic Cruz. And
What
like I
is
said,
the
that
PI
place is
like though? What is that
So-
like?
it's I've trained at a lot of the top gyms in the world, not the country. And this isn't a brag because, like I said, I used to do a lot of strength and conditioning, go to Switzerland, Germany, wherever. And there's some really good facilities. University of Oregon's great. Ohio State's great.
Right.
The thing about the PI is it takes everything that all these places has and it's in one building. So if you think about like University of Florida or Ohio State, this is spread out over a 5-mile campus of having some of the best stuff. You got to go to this building way over here. You got to go to this building on it. The PI is one building and it literally has everything. So this last trip, I got to go every day of my trip, which I usually do, but I got to go multiple times. So what we'll do is we go in the morning and we go and get breakfast, and then we'll do like strength and conditioning. And we'll be there for like an hour and a half. After that, go sit in the whirlpool and then the sauna, and then come back in the afternoon and we'll do like all the grappling. But we'll do a 4 or 5 hour break in between. And between those two times, like I said, you get to see everybody who's everybody is there because it's just like I said, it's an adult playground for athletes.
Right.
That's all it is, man. It's super dope. I got to do try some new machines out. So this time was the first time I ever did it. It's the cognitive thing where you got to touch all the squares that come up to see like your reflexes and stuff.
Right.
And it was cool because it was like a whole line of us. Everybody was going, competing for the scores. So to me, I don't think that there's any gym in the world that has what they have collectively. I just don't see it. No Olympic training center is close. No college facility is close. Even what Nike does in the Nike lab, I still think the PI's got the edge on them for everything. Recovery, for lifting, for any kind of body weight, body fat analysis testing. I mean,
yeah, especially the recovery part. The recovery part is probably the most important part. Is that
they have two red light saunas. They have an actual red light sauna, and then they have the actual tanning bed where you could kind of just do the red light therapy on a tanning bed. They took all the tanning bulbs out and just replaced them with red light stuff. And then they got they have hyperbaric chambers, and then they got the one where you can simulate altitude. So it's like a compressed room. You put the bike on and it can simulate 10,000 feet, 20,000 feet. It's, again, they got shit
that's crazy.
And it doesn't make any money. That's the other thing. It's a tax write-off. So yeah, it doesn't make any money. That's why when people are like, oh, I'm like, the PI doesn't make any money for the UFC. It makes zero money. They do all their experimenting there. They do all their testing, and it's just positive control of your roster. So that's why the UFC always knows what's going on with everybody, because they're like, come to the PI. We can get our eyes on you. There's nobody on the UFC roster that they don't know is out just committing crimes and shit like that on the mass scale compared to like the NFL or NBA, because every fighter wants to be at the PI. It's like the place to be. NBA players go. Baseball, any pro athlete can go. Just if you're a pro,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's why you got like James Harden and them, when they're in town, they go. Like all the basketball, they go just to watch sparring and this.
I might have to take a trip to where you at, Timothy, so I could go. So I could actually see it for myself.
Bro,
we might have to set that up one day.
Bro, and you know what I would try and do? I would try and make it an interactive thing so you could really do something with the channel, because they, like I said, as long as you got a pass to get in, and that's really not that hard to get, you just got to know people. Once you get there, you can film your content and this and that. Because I'm
going to come in there with you. You're going to be my press pass.
That's what I mean.
Look, I'm with Timothy Jones, baby.
No, dude, we would have so much fun, because it would be easy just to get little, like, you don't know who you're going to see there, but it's definitely going to be somebody on the main roster.
Right.
Hey, Timothy.
Timothy, it would be lovely for the channel.
Yeah. What's up, Ryan?
Are you friends with Dana White?
No, I've seen Dana a bunch of times, but I've never really met him. I'm just friends.
Oh, man. I was going to ask you.
I mean,
Dana White, he's the big dog.
Really.
Oh, yeah, he owns it. He owns
it.
And he's friends with Alex Jones. Him and Alex Jones and Trump are real good friends. So I didn't know if you were in that circle yet, man. I didn't know.
No. Just with the fighters.
You getting there, though.
I know a bunch of the trainers and like the therapists, like all the people that are on the staff.
Listen, he know the important people. When you know the trainers and the therapists, that's important, because those are the guys that make everything run. Are the trainers and the therapists.
They're cogs in the wheel.
Without
cogs in the wheel.
Yep, they're the main cogs in the wheel.
Well, look,
that part, right?
Timothy, I like Dana White. I think he's a good man. I think he's respectable. He has worked for everything he has. So if you get the chance to meet him, shake his hand, shout out,
Yeah, I'll shout out Brian Barwell.
I heard he was friends with Vince McMahon too.
He is.
Dana White.
He is. They're all in the same circle. Once you make that kind of money and your interests ally, you're only going to be able to be friends with certain, or even associate with certain people, really.
Right.
If you really
once you get that high up on the totem pole.
But Dana White is a down to earth guy. I have friends that know him, and he will stop what he's doing to speak to anybody. It doesn't
all
make
the fighters say the same
on.
thing. They all say Dana's cool. I haven't heard anybody that I know of that my friends that are there. No one complains about him. They all like him.
No, he is who he is. That's it. You know.
Besides
I mean,
David
he
Stern, to
built
me, he's the
UFC
best
from the
commissioner in the
ground
history
up.
of
Give him a
sports.
lot of credit. I remember UFC was a afterthought 25 years ago when you had Kim Shamrock and Angelo Da Silva. When you had those guys, it was just an afterthought, a novelty. And look,
And they
where
weren't
it's at
making the
now.
money. They weren't making
Right.
any money.
And people
And I know
forget
there's some.
how really crazy Kim Shamrock was. Like Kim Shamrock was a monster, dude.
Yeah. And Frank was better. His brother Frank was better than him.
Oh, Frank Shamrock? Yeah, he was a monster
Frank was
too.
the
And
man.
Da Silva. Yeah, all of them got right. But you know, they weren't making the money like that.
Yeah, man. No, I would love to do something there exclusive. Like I said, I know I'm going to be going back out there in a few months for sure to help one of my friends with a camp. And then when I'm there, I'm going to try and, like I said, I'm going to try and do some exclusive stuff for you. Because, you know, I love
that
this
would
show.
be great. Because, you know,
show
UFC
right here, dog.
is popping. And it's going to be more popping as it goes further, especially with all this Paramount cards, with all these back-to-back UFC fights, and they coming back to back to back to back. So
they have to.
You're going to have a flood of UFC in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I love watching? I love watching these chicks beat each other's asses. I do.
Yeah, Amanda Nunes, she's about to fight too.
So that's who I got to meet my last day there. I got to meet her on Thursday because we were all doing strength and conditioning at the same time. It was me and my buddies, and then it was Amanda and her wife, and then it was Dominic Cruz, Jamal Hill, all in the same like circuit.
Mm-hmm.
We were all doing different workouts, but we were all around each other. And I got to tell you, Amanda Nunes is a big woman. She is huge, dog.
She's like an Amazon chick. Like an Amazon chick.
Who would you take?
Shoulders are like they're wide.
Who would you take between her and Ronda Rousey?
Oh, in a fight?
In a fight, yeah.
Oh, she already knocked out Ronda. She would knock out Ronda
in any
prime Ronda was in. In any prime Ronda was in, Amanda stops her in the first round. There's no way that fight gets out of the first round. There's no way.
I agree.
She's a jiu-jitsu black belt, and she's got power that a man has. There's no way. There's no way.
She's an Amazon chick.
Yeah, man, Nunes is a beast. Yeah, she really is.
No, she's huge,
she
dog.
don't
Like
play.
when she walked by me, I was like, holy crap, you are big.
Now she's a woman that could guard my 6 on the battlefield.
100%. 100%. You would have no problems, dog.
Yeah.
You would have no problems.
Her, she could do it.
Is she a Cowboys fan?
She might be.
I doubt it.
You like that. I doubt it, though.
Nah, you're done, BD. She ain't having that. She ain't having that. Hush.
But no, she's a beast, though. Like, and I seen her. She be beating these women up. Like, she don't be playing with them.
Oh, and Thug Rose. I got to meet Thug Rose after the fight last week.
Yeah, I ain't never get to see her fight, though. Like, I got to watch her fight one good time. Thug Rose.
She's cool. She's super nice. I got to meet her. And then who else? There was a bunch of people there. I've met Gaethje before because I had to share a locker next to him when the PI was packed one time. He's nice. Yeah.
Hey, speaking
Gaethje's
of your
cool
PI, have you ever got to run into Carissa Shields?
No, but one of the fighters that I train with out at the PI, they have the same nutritionist as her and Shakur and Crawford. So he's got to meet Crawford and Stevenson. Actually, during this last camp, he was his son got to take a bunch of pictures with Shakur.
Yeah, I heard that story too. That they all share the same nutritionist.
Yeah, they're a tight little circle.
Like they're a clique. I heard.
Yeah,
like their whole clique.
Andre Ward, Bud, Shakur, and Clarissa, and they're all this little clique. Because you got to remember, it all started. Andre Ward was like managing Shakur, like kind of helping him into the game, and then Shakur started training with Crawford, and then Clarissa started training with Crawford and Shakur. So they all kind of, they're a clique. They're a real clique.
Yeah, that's what I heard, that their whole real clique, that they all run together. And her fight is on the 22nd of February. Her next fight, Carissa Shields.
This should be better than the last one for her. This girl's definitely better competition. That's the problem with Clarissa is she's not really the GOAT. It's always going to be Layla Ali if you really look at the numbers. She just doesn't have any competition.
I don't think that.
Bro, it's not even close. I could tell you this much right now. I would bet $1,000 right now on Layla Ali to beat Clarissa Shields by decision. And I would feel very, very comfortable. I'll tell you why. Go back and look at film. Clarissa Shields' positives are a negative for her. She has fast hands. She's really not that good of an athlete. She just has fast hands. She's never fought anybody that has good timing, good athleticism, good anything. Layla Ali is all that, and she's been off for a long time. Clarissa has no competition, zero competition. There's nobody to push her. We don't know how good she is, which she's good like for what we see, but she doesn't have anybody to push her. Never has.
Well, I will agree that Clarissa Shields' level of competition hasn't been the greatest level of competition, but her physical acumen in the ring, like ain't nobody.
It's just
really
fast hands,
with her.
bro. She has nothing else besides fast hands. Go watch her fight again and tell me what she does good athletically.
What is she like? 5'8"?
She's like 5'8", 5'9".
She's like 5'9".
She's like 170 though. She's a big woman.
Yeah, was she? Yeah.
And her hands are very fast for a woman. Like she
That's
got
it.
some.
She has fast hands. That's it, man. I'm telling you. If she ever fought anybody like Layla, she would be in a lot of trouble. A whole lot of trouble.
So you telling me Layla Ali in her prime
Right now,
versus Clarissa Shields now?
Wouldn't even be
Layla
close.
wins.
Wouldn't even be close.
I would agree
Right now,
with Timothy.
right
Absolutely.
now, it would be closer because Layla's been off for a while. She's older,
man.
but Layla's never out of shape. She's super strong. She has really good timing, and her IQ. She's got her boxing IQ is through the roof. She would be able to pick Clarissa Shields apart.
Oh, she's skilled. She's skilled, man. She's skilled.
Yeah, Clarissa's never fought anybody skilled. And the one girl she fought that beat her, Savannah Marshall, way back in the day, Savannah Marshall's not that good. You wouldn't see Layla Ali struggle with somebody like her.
Ah, ooh.
I would love to see that fight, though. I think it would be great for women's boxing, but not now because Layla Ali is old now, so it wouldn't be the same.
What happens if Layla beats her? That's a problem. That's a big problem.
I guess they would just. I guess the promoters would just shift the money. They just shift the money.
Oh yeah, she's gonna get some money now.
Yeah, and she does well in Detroit at Little Caesars up there. She does pretty well. She clears a couple million after everything, which for women's boxing, that's really, really good.
Hey, Timothy, I just thought of something, man. Sorry, BD. Timothy, you need to get a hold of Joe Rogan and go on his show and tell your story.
He blow up then.
No,
for real. I can make it happen. I'm friends with Alex Jones. I can make that happen.
Me and Joe are on the same jiu-jitsu team, Tim Planet. We're both Tim Planet.
Yeah. So Tim Pool and all that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to meet. That's another one I would love to meet is Joe. I've been in the
But yeah, that's a fight in their primes. I would love to see a Layla Ali, Clarissa Shields. I think that would be an epic fight in their primes.
It wouldn't be epic. I'm telling you that much right now. It wouldn't work out for Clarissa. That would not work out for Clarissa at all.
It'd be like one of them damn Tyson fights, you know.
Well, the problem is this: her fast hands give her a false sense of confidence against somebody who's actually skilled. Look at the women she's fought; it's been nobody that good. She can get away with just, she can get away with pitter patter until she really wants to. I'm telling you, somebody like Layla Ali would time her, would have her on the back foot a little bit too much. She'd be in some trouble, man. She'd be in a lot of trouble.
Well, I would back BD on that statement. If anybody got her down on her back, that'd be it. If they got her back, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not Carissa's fault though that she don't have the competition that's out there. She just in the wrong timeline.
It is. She moved up too much. So if she was smart, she would have dieted. She would have controlled her diet, and she would have stayed around 54. That way, she can go down and draw Amanda Serrano up. That way, she could draw Alicia Baumgartner up. The problem is she cleared everything out so quick, and then she moved all the way up to heavyweight, and there's no fights for her up there. And now, look how big she is, dog. She's never seeing 54 ever again. And if she does, it ain't gonna be healthy.
Well,
So
her fight, the next fight she's gonna be at 159. What's Bumgardner like 150? Because that's
no,
the fight she
47.
needs to have. Okay, because
47.
that's the fight she needs to have
And
to
she's
shut
maxed out at
everybody up.
47.
Is the
Alicia's too
Bumgardner fight?
small.
That's the fight she
She's too
needs to
small.
have.
She's too small.
But not
Alicia doesn't have the size. She has muscle and this and that, but Clarissa's too big, man. She's way too big for that woman.
Yeah, I
You can
agree.
see
Yeah, I
it.
mean that's the fight she needs to have, though. She needs to come down and weight, and Bumgardner needs to go up a class.
Goddamn, that'd be
So
like
they
Sugar
can
Ray
have
Leonard
that fight.
versus Foreman. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah. That's probably a fair enough comparison. She's just too big, man.
how come
Yeah.
They missed that window 3 years ago. They were supposed to fight when one was at 54 and one was at 47, and they never worked it out. Because after Clarissa had that fight at 50 something, she's like, I'm moving up. And Alicia's like, well, this is like where I'm at, max.
So
I
she's
could
still middleweight,
maybe-
and she moved to a heavyweight. So
Yeah. She's like, I
Yeah.
can maybe go up to 54 for the money fight once, but I can't do that consistently. There's no way.
it ain't like the promoters are, just beating her door down. Hey, let's
No.
do this.
It's hard to market that as a big fight because you have Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, who actually are gonna really fight.
Katie.
They're gonna like scrap,
Right. Yeah. It would be like a promotional thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wouldn't be a real big deal.
But yeah, women's boxing, it's hard because you can look at women's MMA and they figured it out. They figured out the money part really quick. Women's boxing haven't figured it out yet.
Well, you know as well as I do, Tim. Women's sports in general, is not popular. I mean, soccer,
Yeah, it's
women's
not.
soccer.
It's not.
I don't know why. I like it. It's just not a thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of hard to get interested in women's soccer when you have Ronaldo and Messi.
Oh Lord,
You know what I mean?
I do.
Like,
But you,
why would I watch Asia?
Yeah.
And I could watch Shy and LeBron and Ant, and I'm not hating on it, but I'm just saying like comparison can be the thief of joy, but it can also be a big revealer.
I
as well.
agree. There's
You know
no
what I
real
mean?
money behind it. There's no real
tell
money
me,
behind it.
tell me
No,
this:
no.
who did Layla Ali fight? Who did she fight for real? Like who was on her level?
Well, nobody, but it's the same instance. It was the way she would win her fights. She was actually using a little bit more IQ. She didn't have. There's never been that big a competition in women's boxing. But here's the issue: if we're gonna go 20 years later and there's still no competition, then I gotta say that it's even worse that there's less competition now than there was before.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Oh,
BD, you're on mute.
Okay, I got a question for you, Tim. Why didn't she fight Ann Wolf?
She might have been a little nervous about that one. Ann Wolf she has the best knockout in women's boxing history. She took that woman's head off. That giant Pollock that she knocked out.
Right.
She took that woman's head off. And she was at the end of her career. She was kind of deciding if she was going to retire. I think it was a little bit of timing mixed with ducking. I think it was a mix of both.
A little
I definitely
both?
think she ducked her. I definitely think she ducked her a little bit.
Oh, okay. Because I don't got a problem with Layla Ali. I just ain't appreciate all the trash talking. Don't trash talk if you're not going to take the fight, especially when Carissa put up the money for the fight. She's talking about, oh, you need to pay me $15 million. Then she puts up the $15 million. Now you don't want to fight. Like, I think that's corny to me.
That's a Don King move.
Yeah,
Yo,
I'm just
100%.
saying, don't talk about it. And then when the person puts the money up to fight, you say, oh, I don't want to fight.
No, and think about it too. She's got her broadcasting gigs. She's got a little, I think a Pilates channel or some type of yoga channel. I mean, there's really no incentive for her to get in there, but I would pick her to win if her and Clarissa matched up. I would.
You talking about in their primes?
I'm talking about right now.
Not right now. Layla Ali, 40-something years old.
Yeah, but she's never been out of shape though.
Yeah,
And you
I
gotta
don't think she's doing it at 40. It's different for a man at 40. Like, you see how well Pacquiao performed in his 40s. I don't think Layla's doing that in her 40s. It's different for a
I don't
woman.
think Clarissa hits hard enough to keep her honest, not come forward and land something meaningful. Clarissa, I mean, again, her fast hands will work against her against a smart boxer.
I think it would be a interesting fight. I think it would be wonderful, absolutely wonderful for the sport of women's boxing. That would be a true super fight, a Carissa Shields, Layla Ali
It would.
fight.
They'd have
Like
to
I
catch
said-
People would pay to watch that. Men would pay to watch that.
They would.
No, I'm watching this shit for free, man. I want to see
I
these.
do too, but I'm just saying,
They would
like,
put it
most
on
people
Netflix.
would pay for that, though. People
They'll
would
put it
pay
on
to watch
Netflix.
that.
It would be on Netflix.
Yeah, but
If they
people pay
bought
for
it.
Netflix, though.
Yeah. No,
Is
for
this
sure.
what I'm saying? Like, people would pay to watch that. I think that would be great for the sport, because the sport itself has nothing but Carissa Shields and Bumgarner at this point. Them
Well,
the only
Amanda
two
Serrano.
names.
Amanda
Yes,
Serrano
Serrano.
and Katie
Let me
Taylor.
not leave her out. But the two big names is Shields and Bumgarner. And I think that's the fight that eventually needs to happen. If you're not
I
going
don't
to
think
get a
Alicia's
Shields
big enough.
Ali fight, you need to have a Shields Bumgarner fight at some point.
Well,
That's just my personal opinion.
the timing is going to be weird because Clarissa wants to have a baby, I think, next year. So you would have to wait. You would have to have Alicia spending all that time moving up. She would have to take a year off and literally just lift, eat, and run. Lift, eat, and run for a year. And
Yeah,
I mean, we've seen it happen. I had a friend do that was in the UFC. She got her body tested to see what weight class she should be in. And they took a year off. She lived in Vegas and they were at the PI for a year every day doing all kinds of testing, body fat. What they do is they have you take the oxygen thing on, go in the water and get all the air out and just see where your body fat is. Cause that's the truest test. It's underwater to test for body fat to see how low you could go safely. They did that. It took them a year to figure all that out. So, I mean, you've seen it with Bernard Hopkins. It took him almost a year to move up from middleweight to light heavyweight.
Right.
He's
with another underrated dude, too. That was my guy. Bernard Hopkins was that guy, especially in his prime.
He worked with a guy named Maxie Shillestone, the same dude who built up Roy Jones from light heavyweight to heavyweight. This guy, that's his specialty. He knows how to add on the weight 10, 15 pounds at a time without sacrificing your athleticism. So it takes a while to do that stuff, man.
Oh, yeah, I already know. Yeah, especially the whole jumping weights. That's hard stuff. Trying to make a weight, especially coming down. Coming down is much harder than going up. That's why you see folks go up. Because, coming down is a much harder task. And still,
that's why I knew
keep
Crawford
your power
would win.
and athleticism.
I told everybody, I'm like, if this fight was at light heavyweight, I would have gave Canelo a little edge because that's just heavy enough to slow Crawford down. I'm like, but if he's fighting at 168, I would have come in weighing around anywhere from 163 to 65, and I beat the brakes off of Canelo if I'm Crawford, which is what we saw happen.
Yeah, that's what we saw happen. Yeah, he beat the brakes. I think it's time for Canelo to hang it up. I think Canelo done maxed himself out at this point.
Yeah, he maxed himself out before this, though. And this is what I was trying to tell people. When's the last competitive fight he had before Crawford?
Competitive? Let me think.
Triple G,
yeah.
Like 9 years ago.
A great fight. That was a great fight, too. Yeah, that was a great fight.
7 years ago. That's too long if you're going to be fighting the pound for pound number one guys. That's too long. That's way too long. I agree. You're fighting William Scully and John Ryder. We were never even heard of these idiots. And I'm not trying to call them idiots disrespectfully, but,
for sure.
Like on the grand scheme of things, if you're telling me I'm going to prepare for Terrence Crawford by fighting these two guys, I'm already going looking at this like, y'all should have gave me. Like, if you notice what Mayweather did every time, especially after coming off a long layoff, he fought somebody that was close enough to where he was going to go next. If you want proof of this, look at it. You had Robert Guerrero, who was on a tear, four-weight champion before he fought Canelo. Similar guy. He's going to do some things that are similar. He would always put himself in that position of, if I'm fighting him next, I'm going to fight him first to get me ready. He never fought a bum before he fought his elite competition, which it's a big, I learned this even in high school with wrestling. We had a hard schedule because New York is tough for wrestling. Our schedule was hard. So when the postseason came around, we were ready for counties and sectionals and state qualifier. Like, we had already seen the kids that are going to get us. There's no surprises for us in the first and second round. We know it's okay. We've been wrestling tough all year. It's just not something that surprises us. Like, even when I coached kids, I always was a fan of the national schedule for that reason, especially when I coached in California. If we had the money, we're always going to do a national schedule just to be ready. Just to be ready, even if it's like just a regional national schedule, like we go to California, to Idaho, to Texas, Arizona. We'll go as far as we can to get that competition. When you got guys that are matching up soft, it's a wrap, man. You're not going to win the big fight when it's time. You just don't get to turn it on like that when your athleticism starts to drop.
Because there's no on and off switch. Not when it comes to that. You got to be on just all of the time.
Yeah,
I agree with that. But yeah, guys, this been a great conversation, man. I gotta hang this up though, because I go cook. But for all y'all that's in the chat, everybody that came, I appreciate y'all. Thank you. This Big Dog Sports, where sports and politics collide. Like, share, subscribe, and definitely the subscribe part. Subscribe to the channel, the Cash App at the bottom of the screen. If you want to support the channel, I appreciate any donation I get, $1, $2, anything I get, I'm appreciative of. So I'm gonna hang it up for today. I see y'all next weekend for the Super Bowl. I'm gonna have a Super Bowl pregame, so I hope y'all all tune in for that. And I appreciate y'all for coming, man. Ryan, thank you. Timothy, thank you. Skywalker, thanks for coming on. And everybody that came in the chat to support, thank y'all too, man. I appreciate all y'all. And
all right, gentlemen. All right, Ryan.
Weekend.
All right, BD.
Salute to all of y'all, man.
Peace.
All right, later, y'all.
It's your host, BD. Welcome to Big Dog Sports. Yo, call it Big Dog Sports, a little show that I run, where we talk a lot of sports and we show a lot of love. So support by hitting like, share the video, subscribe and hit that Cash App, baby, send a little dose. So if you want to know about the latest games, the winners and the losers, the teams that ain't the same, we gon' talk about the trades, the contracts, the price, the playoffs, the scandals, the crime and the lies. I'm your host, BD, and this is my show, where sports and politics collide, baby, anything goes. We talking NBA, WNBA, NFL, NCAA, UFC, MLB, WWE, a little boxing too. If that's your thing, I got the best show in the land, baby, no need to search. So welcome to the show, y'all. This is Big Dog Sports.